Hey everyone, welcome to episode 3 of Tides of Wildemount. This is our stream that exists within the world of Critical Role. We are so happy to be here tonight. We're going to do a couple quick announcements first, and then we will jump right back into the action left over from last Monday. The players find themselves in quite a predicament, as they do every week, and we're excited to jump back in with them. It's going to be great. First off, huge thank you to Dungeons & Dragons for creating this awesome game that we love and play on a weekly basis. I want to thank our main title sponsor, Syrinscape. Syrinscape is an online player for moods and ambiance within your tabletop RPG experience. If you go to Syrinscape.com/RealmSmith, they'll know that we sent you. And you can check out all of the library of all of the TTRPGs that they support. Cyberpunk and Pathfinder and D&D and all that awesome, wonderful stuff. So you can check that out. And if you go there and you type in RealmSmith in the search bar, you'll see all the sound sets that we created for them very specifically. So check them out, and we thank them for their continued support. I want to thank our product sponsors as usual. WizKids for a lot of the minis that we use. Dwarven Forge for a lot of the terrain. In fact, we're using the Caverns Deep set tonight, as well as some of the Dungeons of Doom set as well. Hero Forge, we've created all of our player character miniatures in Hero Forge, and we thank them for their support. Mithril Armory currently is sponsoring our Natural 20 animation. Julian can play it for you now with their Stoneheart D20s. You can head to stoneheart.ca. They are uber awesome jewelry pieces, I guess you can call them, crafted into natural 20s. So they're precious metals with a precious stone in the middle, and you can check that out. That Kickstarter will be launching in February. Want to also thank Beetle and Grims. Right now we're doing a giveaway that when we get to 7,500 followers on Twitch, you will be entered, and we will do a draw for an Icewind Dale Ram of the Frost Maiden Silver Edition. All you have to do is follow us. So just hit that follow icon on Twitch, and this will go purple, and we'll know that you're now following us, and we want to thank you for that. And then when we hit 10,000, we have another giveaway, and 15,000, another giveaway. So make sure that you follow us and tell your friends, help us to get there, and we will give you awesome stuff for helping us out. Also want to thank D&D Beyond. They are our official Powered By sponsor. And we're giving away tonight another Tasha's Cauldron of Everything digital copy for your D&D Beyond experience. All you need to do is enter Tasha, one word, into the chat. More than once, you'll be disqualified to win a digital version. And we want to thank D&D Beyond for their ongoing support. For this season, our official charity is the Critical Role Foundation, which supports a number of awesome charities that they love and are close to their hearts. And we want to thank them for bringing their world to us by giving back as well. And you can donate at critroll.com/foundation. If you do make a donation, let us know. And we love to know that our community is, because we love to know that our community is helping out the Critical Role Foundation on a weekly basis. We do have a Discord server. And the new guide, second edition, so 1.1, the new version of the guide is dropping tonight. That is for the Discord community playing as Revelry Pirates on our Discord. And tonight you'll be finding out about the Dark Toe daily tasks, what you'll be doing while on the island of Dark Toe as the Revelry. It's very exciting, lots of fun stuff in there, including a map of Dark Toe, a detailed map of Dark Toe that you can use for your role-playing experience. For those of you that aren't familiar with it, if you're interested in joining, all you have to do, thank you for the follow, all you have to do is subscribe at Tier 1, Tier 2, or Tier 3. You can also use your Twitch Prime subscription to subscribe at Tier 1, and you will get all kinds of benefits, and you'll find out what those are in the guide tonight, for role-playing. And you can role-play in all the channels around Discord, using Avre, the D&D Beyond virtual tool for rolling and such. And then you can go on actual quests at Tier 2 and Tier 3, and then Tier 3s have an opportunity potentially to show up on stream at one point. So the narrative that the Discord RP folks are creating follows in parallel with our live stream narrative that we've created, and they intersect from time to time, which is very cool. And you can see that actually in the last 3 episodes as Julian, who plays Yana, is part of the Discord community. He runs the Discord community and along with the Smith Guardians, and his character from that is actually with the party currently, helping them to escape Darktoe. Want to thank our Smith Guardians as usual. They are our moderators, our DMs, and our incredible folks who manage and service the Discord. Want to let you know about our merch. We have awesome t-shirts and stuff. You can find that in our Teespring little widget below the video tonight. Behind the screen tomorrow night, with me, Jason Azevedo, at 8 p.m. Eastern. I will be providing a Q&A session for half of it, but the other half we're actually unboxing the legendary edition of the Curse of Strahd box live on the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. I got mine fresh off the press. It's actually there in the corner, and I will be showing you everything that's in it tomorrow night. So that'll be fun at 8 p.m. Players Table on Thursday with Joel Auge. He takes a player's look at things and looks at scenes from the last episode. It's a lot of fun. And you can join them for that. And then if you like what you saw tonight, please consider following in order to be entered into the draw for the Beetle and Grimm box. Subscribe, this will go blue, or spend your bits tonight to support. We thank you so much for all that you guys do, for helping us do what we do, and we're so excited to dive in this evening. Unfortunately, tonight, Christina is not able to make it. She's on set, I think, filming an episode of her show, and so she won't be here. But in her place, in her little spot, will be Julian playing Yana as he did last week. We want to say hi to the cast at this time. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How you all doing? Doing all right?
Good.
Good. Any new COVID issues or anything like that? Do you guys want to share? Any new projects that you have at home? We have to roll the intro still.
Can I just really quickly?
Yeah.
I just want to let it be known, because this box that I'm in is very small, that I am repping our wonderful sponsors and friends over at Beetle and Grimm's.
Awesome.
Go check out their shirts and merch and boxes.
Yes, we are waiting on shirts from Beetle and Grimm for all of us. We had ordered last year, but they had some issues with their fulfillment partner getting to us here in Canada. So we will be getting those soon. We will be. Actually, I almost wore that shirt tonight, but instead I'm repping the.
I was thinking we were going to twin tonight.
I almost did. I had it, and I went, Critical Role, Beetle and Grimm. I'll do this because I've worn the Beetle and Grimm one a lot.
That's true, but it ties into our new charity, though.
Yes, it sure does. It sure does. It sure does. All right, you guys ready to jump in?
Do it.
All right. Hey everyone, welcome back. Julian is doing double duty right now. He is producing and he is playing at the very same time. So that is really great. I'm assuming my mic is live in the stream as well.
I really hope so.
Everyone, hopefully at home you can hear me, as Julian is in here and not at the soundboard currently. And if not, then I'm sure we'll find out real soon from the chat. And I'm hoping that somebody in one of our cast members is in the chat to make sure that they can hear me. All right. Last we left you all had a run-in with the Plank King. After returning to Darktoe with the Oracle, Yanil, he told you all that she was not going anywhere and that she was going to stay until they got what they needed from her and the knowledge that she retained in that turtle noggin of hers. Upon realizing that that was not beneficial to the party and that was not what you wanted, with the aid of Yana, who is a close advisor to the king, helped you to escape by creating magical darkness, at which point you escaped through a back exit into a safe room of sorts for the Plank King, and found a secret entrance that led to a hallway of horror, as Bacalhau almost lost his head, and with the help of Yana, narrowly escaped a cave-in at the mouth of the hallway, which you assumed was left there to stop any pursuers from pursuing the Plank King further into his kind of escape tunnel. At this point, the party is split. Half of you are down in a cavern at the bottom of a 250-foot elevator shaft, lift shaft, in a rowboat waiting to cross an expanse of underground lake. The rest of you are up in the hallway. That is Bolt, that is Cyra, and that is Bacalhau. And Bolt had just cast a bonfire at the mouth of the hallway over the rubble that existed to stop the Revelry captains from entering and continuing pursuit. Down at the bottom, in the rowboat, you all heard, "Who here cometh?" echo in your heads. Very clearly not through the cavern. That is where we find you all. At this point, what I'm going to do is I am going to ask the group that is at the bottom of the lift what you would like to do at this point. We left off, Plunkrawk had just acted, but we're going to do kind of a group scenario. Let me know kind of what you're doing. Something messed up with the...
A little bit.
Oh, sorry. So for the first time ever, folks, Julian messed up his own cause, and now they're all over the place. So you're going to have to go and fix them.
This is the woes of trying to play and produce at the same time.
All right, well, we'll get that
Not
fixed.
going to go well.
Most of it is okay, but Julian will go fix and make sure that that is all correct. But hey, the rest of technology has been great for the last 3 episodes until Julian messed it up.
We got worse problems at the bottom of this elevator shaft.
You do. So, those of you that are at the bottom of the shaft, you are currently all waiting. You've heard this voice in your heads. What do you currently want to do? That is Snow, Gaziel, who I will be playing tonight. And what I'll do is, with Gaziel, we're going to assume that she's kind of stepped into the background of the narrative. I will use her in combat. But for right now, you can interact with her too, and I'll interact, but for the most part, she's kind of taking a bit of a back seat. Plunk's down there, and so is Yana. What do you guys want to do? You've heard this voice. Sorry?
Sorry. I was just going to say, you can be sure I'm going to open a dialogue with Gaziel so I can hear your Aussie accent.
I don't have an Aussie accent, so you won't hear it. I won't even attempt it. And Joel is muted.
Yeah.
Okay. So as a group, Joel just did something too. Man, we are all over the place.
I will be playing Bolt today.
Oh dear. Welcome to RealmSmith, y'all. This is going swimmingly.
Yes, I do think that if we do battle this. Sorry, I can't even do it. I'm not even gonna try. Sorry.
All right, so let's start.
I can't even do it.
Snow, you've heard this voice. You're the only one that is in your frame, but we're killing you anyways. Okay, there you are. Snow, you're the only one that is in the frame that is in the rowboat. So what would you like to do?
So we just heard this voice.
Yes.
The boat is ready to go. We're waiting for the others to get down.
Correct.
So really, there's not much to do except, I guess, carry on a conversation. Yes, hello. I am Snow. Who might you be?
Are you speaking out loud at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't hear anything in response.
I guess nobody's here, guys. Nothing to worry about. Let's just stay here, then. Let me know if you see anything.
You turn to Yanil and you sense from her sense. See that? Not see. Sense a tenseness from her, and in your minds, you all hear her say, "Great evil exists here." Plunk, if you can hear me, you are down in the boat. What would you like to do in response, if anything?
Yeah, I'm going to cast or use a bardic inspiration on Snow, please.
Okay. All right.
And just not say a word.
Okay. All right. Back up at the top of the tunnel, of the hallway. You can see now this magical bonfire. Is it just basically a normal? Can it be extinguished like regular flame? Adam?
I'll just read it. You create a bonfire on the ground that you can see within range until the spell ends, which is concentration up to 1 minute. The magic bonfire fills a 5-foot cube.
So it's a magic bonfire, but it doesn't say anything about how to extinguish it? Quite surprised.
Any creature within the bonfire space, when you cast it, succeed on a dex saving throw, take 1d8 fire damage. Creature must also saving throw when it moves into the bonfire space for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there. Bonfire ignites flammable objects in its area that aren't being worn or carried. It doesn't say anything about how to extinguish it, just that it's magical bonfire.
Okay, so I'm going to say for now it can't be extinguished by non-magical means. So you sense that and Bacalhau, you're right in front of this rubble pile. As this kind of bonfire is ignited on top of the pile, you sense that the pirates on the other side are starting to kick the rubble, and it's starting to kind of cave inwards, as if they're trying to kind of like kick the stones out from under it to allow it to collapse to attempt to snuff it out. In that case. And how long does a spell last?
1 minute.
1 minute? So quite some time. 10 rounds we're looking at. 10 rounds. Okay. And it's starting to collapse in. And as it begins to collapse in, the bonfire kind of starts to spread out along the ground. So at this point, after they all kind of go, and after they all have their turn, the rubble basically covers that area in front of you, Bacalhau, and the fire is kind of tumbling with the rocks as it's kind of connected to the rocks that were on the top. But it's still creating kind of like a foot of flame on the ground that kind of leads up. All right? Bolt, you're up.
Okay. Have they tried to move?
They have not tried to move in. They used all of basically their action to kind of kick the rocks in, move in amongst themselves so they can all take a go at it. So it's taken all of their turns to basically collapse in that area.
Okay. I'm going to cast Create Bonfire again in the same place.
Okay, so just in front of Bacalhau and above the fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Above the rubble. And how tall is the bonfire, sorry?
It's a 5-foot cube.
A 5-foot cube. So it's like right basically in front of the door. The hallway is like 8 feet wide.
Yeah. I'm thinking, because there's space above the rubble, right? That they're trying to squeeze through.
Yeah, there's space above the rubble. So, sorry, it's 5 feet tall or 5 feet wide?
Both.
Both. So 5 feet tall, 5 feet wide. Okay. So you can basically see almost basically just the tip of their heads and to either side of this fire. I'm just going to do this. This is a pillar of fire, like a trap, but I'm just going to, because the rubble has been dispersed, I'm going to say that is more or less the flame that exists. So for them to be able to move in the space, they either have to be really quick or really agile to get through it, but you imagine you've done enough to have to cause some damage if they have to come through.
Yeah, if they move through it, they have to make a dex save.
Okay, perfect. Good. Okay. Back up to Bacalhau.
Okay, can I see them through the openings?
You can see them from, to either side and just above the fire. And kind of through the fire, but there is a bonfire in front of you.
I'll turn around to the people behind me.
Yeah.
Say, how long until it gets here?
You guys can respond, but you can't act.
Bolt. The lift. How far is it, Bolt?
I can hear it on its way. Can I look down the shaft?
Yeah, so you basically both look behind you, and you can't actually see it yet, even though you have dark vision. But you can see that the chain is lifting, so it's on its way.
Oh, and I'm up on the.
Yeah. So you're right on the lip. Yeah, you're right here, on the edge.
It's almost here. We don't have any time. I whatever it is that whoever made that sound, I don't trust it. We need to get out of here as soon as possible.
Agreed.
Okay.
I will. I'm going to cast Burning Hands.
And sorry,
at the opening.
Those of you that are at the top in the hallway did not hear the voice in your heads. Just so you know.
Oh.
No, it was just the folks at the bottom in the cabin.
Did I hear it when I was in the middle of the?
No,
okay.
you wouldn't have. Okay, Cyra, you're up.
And forget everything I said.
No. I cast Burning Hands out the opening.
Okay, kind of through the fire, you cast Burning Hands?
Yeah, so it's a Dex 13.
Okay.
I rolled 3 2s.
They have a Dex 13 check?
Yeah. That's really terrible. So they'll take
two of them pass.
So they'll take half damage.
Okay. Now there's only 3 of the 4 that you can see. And okay. what's their? Oh no.
It's a 15-foot cone out the opening.
Don't bother with that. Soon.
I want to change it so I can see everybody.
You don't have to see everybody. They're right there on the screen, Julian. Oh.
It took us 4 seasons to get it right on this side, so I don't blame you. I don't blame you, man.
Okay, we'll just keep going while Julian fixes it all.
Again.
Just go fix it.
Yeah, so it's 15-foot cone out the entrance.
What's that? Sorry, Dave?
15-foot cone out of the entrance. 3 points of damage to anybody that passed, and 6 for anybody that failed.
Okay, so I'm going to say that because it's a cone, it actually fills out, and I'm going to say it hits all 4. So 2 of them take half damage. So what's the half damage?
3.
Yep.
And then as I do that, I will back up towards the rest of the party in anticipation of the elevator.
And the rest take 4, sorry, you said?
6.
I think for Burning Hands, you can add your modifier to the damage, right?
I don't say.
Well, let me know, and if it's extra damage, we can add it after. Okay, so that Cyra, you're up. Oh, do you want to move at all, Bacalhau?
Yes. So I'm going to back up.
Sorry, from now here on in, I won't remind you about moves. If you guys want to move, just follow that up with your turn, or we'll move on to the next person. So go ahead.
I think there might have been an audio issue. I did mention that I would back up.
Okay,
towards,
how much?
Towards them by the window. As far as I can down the hallway, which would probably be right up to them because I've got a
right up to Bolt.
30.
Yep.
Great.
Okay. We'll go back down to those folks in the cavern. You're still waiting, still silent, nothing else said. Is there anything that anybody specifically wants to do?
Would I be able to get to the shaft and yell something up the shaft and then get back to the boat in a single turn?
Sure you can. Yep.
Cool. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to yell up the shaft and just say, hey, so the Oracle senses a really evil presence, and we're hearing voices in our heads, and it's asking who we are and won't answer us. So just so you know, come on down. It's a party. Come on down, friends.
Can you give me, Cyra, can you give me a perception check on whether or not you heard that? Between the sound of fire and combat and a chain and 250 feet of distance.
I got an 8. Disadvantage?
Yeah.
Oh, no, let me see. Ooh, 18.
Okay. With disadvantage is an 18?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I rolled higher the second time.
So you did hear it. You heard it all. Very, very faintly, but you heard Snow's message.
Do I have a chance to relay this or wait on my turn?
No, you can relay it out to the party. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll say they're hearing some weird voices and I don't like it. They won't answer. I don't know what it is, but we gotta move.
Okay, that's it. All right. So what happens to they take dex checks? What's the DC there, Bolt, for coming through the fire?
15.
That's a natural 20. That's enough. Do they take half damage if they come through?
Nope.
Okay.
Only if they fail the dex.
Okay, sorry. So 3 of them come through unscathed as they hop into. I rolled an 18, a 20 something, and a 16. I'm sorry. 2 of them come up. Of course, only one of them can at a time attack because of the narrow hallway that exists. Bacalhau, the first one, you see him leap through the fire and charge at you with scimitar in hand. What's your armor class, Bacalhau?
17.
Not enough. Not enough. That one's enough. You take 6 points of piercing damage. He comes through, and because it's a small hallway, he's having a hard time with the scimitar with his first 2 strikes, but then strikes in with his dagger and hits you for 6 points of damage.
I will use my second use of Chronal Shift.
Okay.
To force him to re-roll that attack.
Okay. As usual, time stops, and he begins to... Basically, time begins to rewind itself, and you have to roll something, is that right?
He has to re-roll.
Re-roll.
His attack.
Not enough. As he kind of comes back, you manage to move just as the dagger passes to your side.
All right.
Very nicely done. The bandit behind him throws a dagger at you, Bacalhau. A natural 1, which hits his buddy in the back. As he screams out, and he basically says stop, which stops the rest of them from doing anything behind him at this point. Bolt, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to get kind of next to Bacalhau.
Yeah.
Is there room to be next
There isn't really. But you can yeah, you can't really get next to him to fight. It's really tight. You can switch spots with him, but you wouldn't be able to stand next to him.
Well, if all of those guys standing in a row could try to take stabs at me.
They didn't, actually. One of them threw a dagger, and the other one in front actually stabbed at you, but it was a good attempt.
Okay, then in that case, I'm just going to stick my head around Bacalhau's shoulder and cast my breath weapon.
Okay.
Which is 30 feet of lightning.
Nice. And
so they all have to make dex saves, all of them.
Okay.
With 12 being the DC.
Okay, so Bolt sneaks around you and this gout of lightning shoots out beside you and down the hallway. Sorry, what are the dex saves?
DC 12.
First one passed, second 2 missed.
Okay, and it goes for 30 feet in a straight line.
Okay,
so I don't know if
the fourth guy would also be hit it, and he passed.
Okay, then everybody who passed will take 4 lightning damage, and everybody who failed takes 8.
Nice.
How many times can you cast that?
Once a day.
And as they're all racked with lightning, and it starts to kind of basically like climb their weapons, they're not having a good day. That's awesome. Okay. We are now in turn 4. As you hear, now you can hear, Cyra, the lift actually scraping along the sides of the wall as you hear the actual lift coming, not just the chain. Okay. Bacalhau, you're up. Cyra, you're on deck.
All right. How bad are they looking at this point?
They still look very strong, actually. Quite capable. Not showing a lot of wear yet.
What kind of creatures are they?
They're just humans, males and females, Revelry pirate captains.
Is it still dark in this hallway?
No, because of the fire.
Fire. Okay, I will. I'm just going to turn to Bolt and say, "Sorry, friend. Let me know when the lift's here," and I'm going to use my action to go inside of my shell.
Okay. So you bloop on the ground, and you basically fall into your shell.
Yeah.
I need a little shell mini that I can put down.
Yeah.
That I can paint like your shell. That'd be great. Maybe I'll work with Hero Forge to try and do that. That'd be awesome.
If you say so.
Cyra, you're up.
Elevator's not up yet?
Not yet. Although you look down and you see that it's about 50 feet down.
Okay. And then how... Am I able to hit any of those guys, or is it blocked by...
You can ranged attack them at this point, but you wouldn't be able to get in close combat.
Okay. Then whoever is the first in that line...
Yep.
I would like to hit him with a poison spray.
Isn't poison spray close though? Isn't range like
it's 60?
Oh.
Unless you can I do a range like a, or is it? I thought it was too close of a quarters for me to do like 120-foot one.
Well, no, you can do anything that can hit within 15 feet.
Okay.
He's like 10 feet away, so.
So I'll can I hit him with I'll hit him with a firebolt.
Yep.
That is a 21 to hit.
That is a hit.
And that is 10 points of fire damage.
Nice.
Plus 2, so 12 altogether because I get 2 with the genie pact.
As you fire this firebolt, it flies by Bolt's head. Bacalhau's in his shell, and smacks this captain kind of square in the chest. And it starts to burn kind of on his chest, and he starts to kind of pat it out. But you can see the burns kind of have burnt kind of the side of his face as well. And he's absolutely feeling the damage at this point.
And I'll yell to get ready to enter the elevator.
Okay, at this point, the captain in front is going to try and... They can still try and attack you, Bacalhau, is that right?
Yep.
Okay. So he starts to kind of come down on your shell because he can't really get past your shell to get to Bolt at this point. That is a 23.
Yes, that'll hit. My AC is a 21 now inside the shell.
Okay, so 23 hits. A 17 does not. And that's not going to hit either. 18 does not. So the first one, when he comes down hard with his scimitar, will hit. And that is going to do 9 points of damage on your shell.
9?
Yeah.
From inside, you just hear, oh!
Good. The one behind him is going to throw a dagger at Bolt. That is a miss. And the other one is going to throw a dagger. That is a 21 to hit Bolt. I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah.
And that is going to be 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And the one in the back is just going to wait at this point. Bolt, you're up.
Okay. So I'm going to reaching above Bacalhau because I don't want him to be affected by this.
Okay.
I'm going to put my braces together and cast thunder wave.
Okay.
Which a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so at this point, Bolt is still... Bacalhau is still like 3 feet up in front of you. So technically he is still in front of you.
And a cube would go backwards too.
And
like it's a cone. Not a cone.
I think you
centered on you?
You can choose the origin of the cube, though.
Yeah, but it has to be emanated from you. So it can still be in front of you,
yeah.
But it still includes Bacalhau's space. So he'd have to make a Constitution saving throw as well.
Okay, so I can't get in front of Bacalhau or kind of...
I would make you make an action to move him back and you take his space.
Oh, okay.
In order to get in front of him. But right now, he is currently in front of you, immovable, unless you roll him. Like, I would allow you to use your action to kind of roll his shell behind you and step over, but that would be your action.
Okay. If he's in his shell, can I use my movement to get on top of him?
Yes. Give me an acrobatics check to see if you can balance on the shell and do this thunder wave without kind of falling backwards from the wave.
Careful
12.
and slippery when wet.
Okay, a 12? I'm going to say with a 12, it's precarious. And you're basically like balancing on him, but you managed to do what you wanted to do. Okay, so they have saves?
Yeah, let me pull it up. So it's Constitution Con 15 save.
Okay. Fail. Pass. Fail. Okay, so fail, pass, fail. So the one that passed... Sorry, the ones that failed, what happens?
Okay. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed.
Okay.
But on a failed save, they take the full damage, which is 14 thunder damage.
Okay.
And then, so 7 for the one who saved.
Okay, and then they get pushed back, right?
The ones who failed, they get pushed. 10 feet,
Yeah, so what happens if they can't move back? Isn't there a stipulation there?
They die.
They explode.
It doesn't say in the spell if there's someone there. I would imagine it would just kind of knock them into whoever's behind them. Right?
Okay. At this point, all your ears begin to ring. Those of you that are in the hallway, as this thunderous cacophony of a spell reverberates the entirety of this hallway. The one in front, immediately you see his ears begin to bleed as he gets pushed back against the guy behind him who holds him steady. But you can see him completely takes the full brunt of it. The one behind the one that succeeded is actually pushed back into the bonfire. And he takes how much damage?
It'll be 1d8, so I can roll that. He takes 8 fire damage.
Nice. Now, the one in front looks like he's not doing very well at all. And he's bruised and beaten. He's got blood coming out of his ears and some out of his nose at this point. It looks like the thunder wave actually broke his nose from hitting him smack in the face.
Is that the same guy with the burn damage too?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not having a good day.
Yeah, he's not happy he went first at this point.
No witty quip about bringing the lightning and then the thunder?
There should have been. Missed opportunity.
Next time.
Yeah.
Next.
All right. At this point, you hear the lift come into place behind you, Cyra. It is not your turn yet.
Finally.
It is Bacalhau's turn. But Bacalhau, you also, from behind you, outside of your shell, hear that the lift comes to a stop.
And I'm still on top.
Sorry? And you're yes, and you can feel that there is somebody on top of your shell. But you were in darkness.
But I could hear that the lift came to a stop?
Yeah.
Okay, I will pop my arms and legs out and stand up and try to move towards the elevator.
Dexterity saving throw, Bolt.
Okay, 8.
Okay, with an 8, you don't manage to stay on him, and you kind of fall off in the position that he is. And Bacalhau, you're going to move. There's nowhere for you to stop, though. You can't occupy somebody's space, but you can move through a good person's space. So you automatically kind of get off. Bolt falls. Actually, if you move, in that case, you would have switched. So Bolt, you kind of switch. Bacalhau switches. Bolt falls where Bacalhau was, and Cyra is still standing in front of the thing. So at this point, Bacalhau, is it a bonus action to get out of your shell?
I was just thinking about this. It isn't. Yes, it's a bonus action to emerge.
To emerge. Okay. So at this point, you still have an action left. You are standing in front of Cyra, 5 feet from the lift, and you've used half your movement to kind of get up.
Can I hold a dash action to follow her into the lift?
You can absolutely ready a dash action for sure. Good call.
Do that.
Okay. Cyra, you're up.
So dramatic, but so muted. Get on the freaking lift!
Okay.
I will stay until everybody else has gotten in, and can I Eldritch Blast whoever guard, whatever is front of the line.
Okay. So you're gonna turn your Eldritch. Actually, you're gonna have to use your action to flip that switch if you want to open that door.
Oh, it needs a flip. Okay, fine. I'll do that. I'll do that instead.
As the lift door begins to open at the end of the hall here. And I'm assuming you're going to move in?
Yes, but I'm going to wait till everybody else.
Before you close it?
Before I close it,
because that would suck.
Because that would be a dick move. Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
No. Okay.
Everybody in.
Okay. Awesome. The guy at the front is going to move back behind the other guy because he is quite hurt. That one is going to step in and attack you, Bolt, again. That is not a hit. That is 2 2s in a row and a 6. All of those do not hit. As the scimitar, he's still kind of shaken from the thunder wave. And this guy is going to pat out the flames and move ahead of his other comrade here. All right. That one is also going to throw another dagger at Bolt. That is also not going to hit. They're obviously very disoriented from all that you have been able to kind of do here. Bolt, you're up.
Okay. After just having fallen off of Bacalhau and then getting all these attacks thrown at me, I'm going to say, "What the shell?" And I'm going to use half my movement to stand up.
Yeah.
And I'll use my action to disengage.
Yes.
And I think there should be enough movement left to get in the elevator.
Yeah, so it'd be 5, 10, 15. You get into the front of the elevator. You are now in the lift.
Time to go.
Okay. Back to the top of the order, Bacalhau.
Well, I would have been in there once Cyra, Kira.
Right. You held your action, so you were already in.
Yeah.
Okay. As you step in, now you have an action. You're at the top of the order, so you can pull that lever if you want.
How likely does it look like they are to follow us at this point? How
very?
They're not going to give up.
No.
Right. So
they're quite determined. I mean, the guy that was in like leading before, probably not, but like he's kind of questioning his life choices at this point. But the rest of them, absolutely.
Okay, and about how many feet are they away from the elevator door at this point?
20.
Oof. Jerks.
Yeah, total jerks.
Okay. I will. I'm going to wave goodbye to them.
Yeah.
And as I do, cast Witch Bolt, and I'm going to do it at 2nd level.
Okay, so that is your action?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm in the elevator, right? He's not just leaving me.
No, you're all in the elevator.
Right? Cool.
Yeah, we're all in there.
Okay.
And I'm waving goodbye. See you later. And then I will cast Witch Bolt.
Okay.
It is going to be 17 to hit.
That is a hit.
And it's 4d12.
Oh, and that's to one person, right?
That's going to be 24 damage. That's out towards a creature within range, forming a sustained arc.
Yeah. Yes. The guy in front now, who is the fresh guy from behind, fresher, gets hit by this witch bolt and begins to kind of hold. He has to hold the side of the hallway to kind of keep himself from falling down, sustaining massive, massive damage at this point. Okay, Cyra, you're up.
Are we just, is the elevator moving yet?
Nope.
Or is there any other thing?
Nobody flipped the switch.
Oh, I'm flipping the switch.
Yeah. And it begins to drop. And drops out of view of those up top. Okay, and continues to fall. It continues to go down slowly until finally it reaches the bottom of the shaft and the door opens up. Yana is standing outside of the rowboat, holding the boat in place. All right.
Almost success.
So Jason, as a clarification here,
did
we miss out on the opportunity to kill one of our Revelry pirate foes from the Discord?
No, these were not Revelry pirate foes from the Discord. These were just random Revelry pirate foes.
I'm just looking for opportunities.
There will be.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
And I am humming elevator music as we descend.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. It comes to rest at the bottom. You see the rest of your comrades in the elevator. What do you all do? At this point, you are out of initiative. And you are standing in this massive cavern. None of you can see the other side at this point.
I have my dancing lights up still, though.
You have your dancing lights kind of in this area here, which are kind of lighting up an area just in front of where the rowboat is. But I've described kind of what it looked like before. It's this kind of nice Caribbean blue water. All of us? I'm not.
Let's not do that again, shall we?
Okay.
What did you say about light sources down here?
There's Yana had cast dancing lights on the stone formations that are out kind of from the boat a little bit, which just kind of lights up the...
like 3 basic globules of light that are out just kind of illuminating. We can't see that far, but it's something.
My Echo has been swimming this whole time. Has anything happened to it?
No. It's still swimming.
Cool.
Once we get down, I'll run over to Yanil and say, Yanil, I'm glad you're okay. Let's get out of here. And I'll jump in the boat.
Okay. And at this point, how far can your Echo go? Just 15 feet, right? From you?
30 feet from me.
30 feet? How far out do you want it to go?
Well, as far ahead of us as possible without it dissipating.
Okay. All right. It continues to swim. No apparent effect.
Okay.
It's kind of out around there now.
Cool.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back. Sorry about that. I don't know why that happened. We've been great for 2 episodes, but for some reason, the techno gods decided that it wasn't going to work out. So it's all good, but we are back. But I have been told by Dave and Joel that Mithril is going to sponsor our crashes from now on in. So anytime our stream goes down, when we come back, we will do a draw for that. So if the Smith Guardians could possibly do a draw right now in Nightbot and let us know who the winner is. So just draw from the chat. And that winner will win. What are they winning?
We're going to give them a few 10-20s at least.
10-20s? Yep. We're going to ship them some 10-20s? Okay. Done.
We'll send them at least 3. We'll see. Maybe the longer we're down for, the taller the pile we'll get.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I love that.
That's great. Right on.
Yay, Roman Wolf is the winner. Roman Wolf
is the winner of 10-20s. And thank you.
Mic. I hope so.
Thank you, Mithril, for...
If you guys are in the chat, please tell me if they can hear me or not.
They can probably hear your beard against it.
Probably.
Yep.
Okay, we're all good.
I think it's the right mic.
All right, good stuff. Okay, so back into it. You guys are at the bottom of the cavern. You were all getting into the boat. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there a specific order? Maybe Julian, if you can zoom into the boat a little bit closer there, so we can see where everybody kind of is. If we could, our new fandangled PTZ camera. Look at that. Da, da, da.
That's so fancy.
I'm working on it.
It's all good. Okay, good. Okay.
Oh my
All right.
goodness.
So, all right. So, is there an order that you want to be? Who's in the front of the boat? Who's rowing? All that kind of stuff.
I'll be close to the front because I do have dark vision.
Okay. There are two that are rowing. Will be rowing. Who wants to row?
I'm too small to row, so I'm
Sorry?
not going to row. I'm too small to row. I will not row.
He doesn't row.
And looking at my strength.
Okay, so somebody tell me who's gonna row.
Is this really how it's gonna? Like, none of us want to row. I want to sit in like the second row with Yanil to balance out the weight of the boat.
Okay.
Smart.
Yeah, I've been
Smart.
climbing.
Yes.
I've been climbing up and down that elevator shaft.
We can't
Yeah,
make our
probably
guest
Gaziel
row.
wants
Yeah, Gaziel's
I'll
gonna
row. I'll
Make
row.
Gaziel roll. She's not even here.
Gaziel and Snow.
Gaziel and Snow will
Gaziel
row.
rolls.
Jeez. Plunk, where do you want to be?
I'm going to be at the front with Bolt.
You're in the front. Bolt, you're in the front too?
Yeah.
And your echo rolls.
Okay, Yana, you're going to have to be in the
Row.
back
My echo could row,
with Cyra.
but I thought my echo should swim through the
I just saw my
water.
mini, man. My mini's awesome.
You haven't seen it yet?
I
For
agree
now.
with you.
Your actual
agree.
mini's on order.
Oh, okay.
No, that is not your real mini. That is just placeholder mini.
I was like, I didn't know I had a shield.
focuses.
Okay.
That's why we didn't show it up close.
Gotcha.
Because it looks nothing like you.
Sorry to call you out there, Jay.
It's all good. All right. At this point, you hear the elevator door, and it starts to lift up the shaft.
Let's go.
Okay. What do you all do?
Okay. Cut the ropes of the elevator. I guess we'll start to row. We're all on the boat. We're good
Yeah.
to go.
Where are you? What are you doing with your echo?
My echo is going to act like a canary in a coal mine, and it's going to die first. So, because as much as I love my echoes, I don't care about them very much.
Okay, so it's leading out ahead.
Yeah. So it's going to swim ahead. So if there's anything horrible in the water, it'll be the first one to let us know. In my echoes, I don't know if they'll like me too much after this, but at least they don't know about each other, so we're good to go.
Yes.
And this one's C, Brandon?
Good question.
And
Actually, no, I
no,
rolled
it
that
can't.
last game. This one hasn't been replaced yet,
And
so
thank
this
you,
one
Matt
cannot
Mercer, for
see.
creating the anti-trap forever. And ever.
Sorry?
Unless Bacalhau
Oh,
rushes forward, and then
You know,
it's all good. All right, so
this is a really great class.
you all start to row out, and at this point there is pretty deep darkness as you move. Right now, you don't have a light source. As soon as you cross the dancing lights that exist on kind of these two rock formations, you will no longer have light in the darkness ahead. What's the range on your dancing lights?
Yep.
We're gonna find that out in a second. But you guys are fairly quickly rowing, kind of
120
through
feet.
120 feet.
And it's concentration up to it's only up to a minute though, but I can at will it, so I'll keep them up.
Okay, so they've gone out.
Yeah,
So do you want?
I'll recast and I'll keep them
Where?
away.
Hey, Brandon,
I will
bring out-
basically keep they create 10 foot radius. So I'll basically keep them in a line ahead of us.
They move. They can move with you.
I can move them as a bonus action.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll just keep moving them along with us, keeping
120 feet of light.
No. The range I can move it up to 100.
Oh,
feet.
I need a range of light.
But they are. I can move it up to 60 feet per round, and they create 10 feet of dim light. 10.
Okay. So it's only 10 feet. Okay, so it's basically only out to here, as you kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're kind of lighting the way a little bit in the
Lighting around
darkness,
the
but
boat,
it's not.
basically.
Yeah, but it's not doing a lot for.
And Chad
The
just
whole
told me that my
kinda
volume is really low, so I'm probably using the wrong mic.
Okay. All right. So, as you begin to row across, I would like you all to make perception checks, please.
Yes, and can I light a torch, Jay? Is that
Yeah,
okay?
Sure, you can.
Right. So I'll pull out my torch from my pack and light my torch.
Okay. And that will
Natural
provide 20
one.
feet of bright light and 20 feet of dim light. Perception checks, go ahead. Sound off.
13.
15.
Okay.
Nat 1.
Nat 1 for Bolt.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Snow.
14.
14. All right. Plunk, with that dirty 20, because you're right kind of basically in the front of the boat, you feel just under where you're standing a slight bump on the bottom of the boat. Like a doof, that nobody else kind of senses. And you see the movement as the bump. You kind of look over the side, and you see a movement of a dark silhouette that passes kind of under one of the dancing lights, and then disappears through the other side.
Okay, I'll point at it from the boat and go, ah!
And sorry, Jay, it was a perception check they were all doing?
Yeah, and then as you all follow, you don't see what he saw.
I say, quiet, Plunk. We're sneaking.
When he says I will send him a message and say, what is it?
There's a giant thing inside the water. It just went by the boat, and I don't know what to do.
You sure you saw a thing and it's not just...
Oh, I'm totally sure. I'm standing up here. There's some light. I can see everything, and everyone just hears, ah!
Okay. All right. Everyone, Plunk says he saw something under the boat. Just be on alert. I don't know if anybody else saw anything.
Was it big?
Kancko
Or was it
see well in the dark.
Small? Like, what did he see?
Plunk, what was it exactly?
It was a giant shadow behind, underneath, beside. It was just a big thing underneath us. I don't know exactly, but it was huge.
It's like a large shadow that he saw underneath the boat.
You imagine
How
this
can you
thing that
understand
passed
his
under
noises?
was probably about 10 feet in length.
Okay.
About 10 feet in length, you said?
Yeah, more or less, 10 to 15 feet.
Okay.
Yona, is there any way we can get those lights under the water?
I don't see why not. I'm going to just double check that is a thing they can do. And...
While he looks at that, I just want to answer Bacalhau. In message, I will say so that he understands. Bacalhau, when I speak to him this way, he's able to communicate with me a little better.
Yeah, I'm trying to measure my thoughts before I reply so I don't say anything wrong. Like if I think something wrong, she'll hear it. Well, it must be a lot clearer. We always have trouble understanding his characters.
Well, yes, I think he tries his best because he's able to communicate. It's just that you're not understanding him. So he tries his best, though.
That's good for him. That's all we could ask for.
In your head, Bacalhau, you hear, "Why are you here?"
I look around the boat to see who else is doing this, since I know now that at least two of them can do this.
Well, the voice in your head that you heard, you do not recognize at all.
Okay. Was that you, Cyra?
Did I... This is not anything that I heard.
Nope, just Bacalhau heard this.
You asked why I'm here.
Yeah. Oh, no. No, I didn't. Did you hear something else?
Yes, I heard a voice say, "Why are you here?"
Is that the first time you've ever heard it?
Well, I think so. I mean, how would I know?
No, it's the
Okay,
second.
okay. I am not okay with this. And I say to the group, show of hands. If anybody has heard a voice that does not sound like me, please raise your hand. I am not okay with this.
No. Yo, you heard the first
What
one.
are you hearing?
I heard a voice ask me, "Why are you here?"
I heard one asking me who I am.
Yanil turns to you, Bacalhau, and says, "It is close." And at that moment, the boat is smashed by a strong hit from the bottom that teeters it slightly. I'd like everyone please to roll initiative.
Oh, great. All right.
Excellent.
Changing this light up.
Oh.
Okay. Wait, just wait. Hang on. Snow.
8.
Plunk.
11.
Bolt.
10.
Oh, guys. Bacalhau.
22.
Gaziel. Yana.
7.
Cyra.
6.
6. Okay. All right. At this point, the boat is smashed on the side. Jeez. 10, 15. Okay. And wood from the side of the boat basically flies and sprays across your heads, and water begins to rush through this kind of up into the side of the boat from kind of the right side hull, from right under where you are standing, Bacalhau, as it begins to fill fairly quickly at this point.
Man.
Oh, I will ask.
Bacalhau, you're up. Obviously.
I'll turn to Yanil.
Plunk, you're on deck.
Yes, it's quite close. What is it?
I do not know. Action quick, 6 seconds. It's Plunk's turn after that.
Can I see it in the water? Can I see it at all?
Perception check.
It's a 21.
Okay. As you kind of look over the side quickly, you see tentacles kind of follow a creature behind as it whisks under the boat and off the other side. And it looks like it's this kind of sickly, almost green kind of color.
I look
Again,
at
in your
my
head,
hand.
you hear, "Why are you here?"
We're actually trying to leave, and I will cast Hunter's Mark.
Did you say that in your head, or do you say that... Are you responding
Out loud.
telepathically, or you say it out loud?
I'm responding to it.
Okay. But specifically out loud.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, and what were you doing?
I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay.
Which will... it's going to give me an extra d6 for weapon attacks, which I'm unlikely to make.
Okay.
But it'll give me advantage on perception and survival checks to find it.
Okay. Can you give me a... Never mind. Plunk, you're up.
Okay.
Bolt, you're on deck.
I'm going to... I did not hear the voice, just to clarify. I did not hear the voice.
No.
Okay.
You heard it the first time. When
Okay.
you first got down here, that's the only time you heard it.
All right. I will turn my gaze towards the shadow that I saw in the water.
It's long gone at this point, but yeah.
But then also turn towards the shattering of the side of the boat, if I can, and as quickly as I possibly can, cast Dissonant Whispers in that general direction, if that's possible.
Does Dissonant Whispers something that you have to cast when you see something?
It just says you whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear, racking it with terrible pain. So I'm going to choose the shadow thing that I saw was the thing I'm about to cast against.
And what's the range?
It is 60 feet.
Okay, I'm going to say you saw it recently enough that you're able to still target it even though you can't see it. You kind of reach out with your mind and you cast it. So does it have to, I'm assuming it has a saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
What's the DC?
DC 14.
Okay. In all of your mind, and how much damage does it take?
3d6 psychic damage.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Let's do this. That is 13 points of damage.
Okay. All right. And from kind of off the bow, you all hear kind of, and you see bubbles kind of raise to the surface of the water as it passes under another one of those dancing lights. Bolt, you're up. Snow, you're on deck.
Okay. Hearing that sound and knowing that there's something under the water, I'm going to ready my lightning launcher just so that the next creature I see that's under the water, I'm going to fire at.
Okay. Snow, you're up. Yana, you're on deck.
Okay. Knowing that evil doesn't mean unreasonable, I'm wondering if it can't understand our languages, so I'm going to try to answer it in my mind by saying, I am Snow, and we are here for passage through these waters.
Okay. And so you're reaching out with your mind to try and connect to this creature, and you say that.
Right. Assuming that because it communicates telepathically, so to speak, maybe it can understand if I try to answer telepathically. Even though I don't have, but like if I answer in my mind.
Okay. Immediately, your response is, then why do you attack me in my home?
Please forgive us. Some of these people are afraid of things that they cannot understand. So I can tell them to stop. Would you like me to?
No response.
Okay. I'll just turn to the rest and say, I think we may have scared it by attempting to hurt it, and it has spoken to me asking why we are trying to hurt it in its home. Maybe we should slow down a moment.
Thinking.
And in your mind, Snow, you hear, these creatures don't accept you like anyone in your life ever has.
How do you know that?
Yana, you're up. Cyra, you're on deck.
Okay, so DM ruling, your call. The spell of Dancing Lights says 4 torch-sized lights, and they... where is it here? They hover in the air for the duration. Does that mean, can I move them down under the water, or do they have to stay above the water then?
Does it say in the air?
It says the orbs that hover in the air for the duration.
Yeah, I would say then no.
Okay. So then given that, all I'm going to do is ready my crossbow.
Okay.
And if I see something, even a shadow just below the surface, I will ready to loose.
Okay.
And just ask, is it speaking to anybody else, or are we just trying to move through? What is going on? I'm not hearing it.
No, it is speaking to me in my brain.
Cyra, you're up. Gaziel's on deck.
I can't hear what this creature is saying, but I can't communicate with it if I can't see it. So I'm going to just ready an Eldritch Blast if there's any sign of danger towards us.
Okay. All right. Gaziel kind of looks over the side and puts her hands kind of on the edge of the boat. At this point, Snow, you feel this kind of heaviness come over you. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Dirty 20.
And at this point, I'm assuming if you are readying, Bolt, you've readied an action. I'm assuming at this point you're not rowing. Snow, at this point, are you still rowing? Bolt has stopped. If you are, it's just going to go in a circle.
Well, I guess if I sensed that everybody else had stopped, I would have stopped because I don't want to turn us around.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I mean, Bolt stops. You continue to kind of does this a little bit and moves forward a couple feet still. Sorry, what was your saving throw?
Dirty 20.
Okay. With that, you feel this creature kind of reach out to your mind, and you're able to kind of shake it off. For a moment, you sense that this creature is friendly, like it means you no harm. And you kind of shake it off and realize, why is it attacking us, or why is it doing this if it isn't? So you're confused as to its intentions.
Okay.
Okay. Bacalhau, you're up. Plunk, you're on deck.
Turn around to see why the rowing has stopped.
Yeah.
Bolt, I think we should probably try to keep going and get out of here. And I'm going to look into the water to see if I can see where the creature is.
Okay, perception check.
And I'll have an advantage on that, so it's going to be 22.
22?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have dark vision? You don't, right?
I don't.
Okay, so there is 20 feet and 20 feet. Outside of your vision, you hear a splash in the water off to the left, but you don't see anything. So you imagine the creature is off the left side of the boat, further kind of out of the light.
Can I estimate the distance with my 22?
You imagine it's about
direction?
50 feet.
I will point out towards the port side. So he's out there, about 50 feet away. Can we keep rowing? And if Bolt doesn't start rowing on his next turn, I'd like to jump into his seat and start rowing.
Okay. All right. So you're readying an action to jump into his seat.
Yes.
Okay. Plunk, you're up. Bolt, you're on deck.
Okay. I'm just going to hold an action in case I do see it kind of within range or emerge from the water, and basically hold another Dissonant Whispers.
Okay. Bolt, you're up. Snow, you're on deck.
Okay, I'll listen to what Bacalhau said, and I'll put my lightning launcher down, and
Okay.
I'll try to keep rowing.
Okay, so you kind of right the boat as it starts to kind of move forward again. The echo kind of moving forward. Snow, you're up.
I'm going to start bailing too, Jay, if that's okay.
Yeah, because the water now is about ankle deep in the boat.
Yep.
Across the way.
I'm gonna start rowing as well, but I'll respond to the creature in my mind. Why are you trying to play mind tricks with me?
Okay.
I know what you attempted.
Joel, if it's either bailing or readying an action, I would imagine.
I'll bail instead of readying an action.
Okay. All right. And sorry, so you reach out and say what, Snow?
Why are you trying to play mind games with me? I know what you tried to pull.
You are not welcome here.
Then allow us passage quickly.
You will all die today.
Not if you decide not to.
Action. Action.
Oh, yeah, I'm rowing.
Okay. All right, so you start to row. You guys move another ways ahead. And your echo continues forward.
Yes.
Okay. Yana, you're up. Cyra, you're on deck.
Okay, so I still can't see anything?
Give me a perception check. You're trying to find this creature?
I'm going to try and get eyes on it, yeah.
Okay.
But I just want to double check something because I'm not moving. I have advantage on perception or investigation checks if I move no more than half my speed on that same turn. So I'm not moving at all.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll twice. Good thing, because that first one was garbage. Is this perception or investigation?
Perception.
Perception. That's going to be a 18.
Okay. Yeah, with an 18, you look out past the darkness of the torch.
Yep.
Just on the edge, you see something kind of floating, kind of facing you, the boat.
I do have 120 dark vision because I'm
Yeah.
a drow.
Yeah. So you see past the light, and you see just above the surface,
Yeah.
just on the top of the water,
Yeah.
you see a creature that has 3 eyes stacked on its head above, and this round, toothy maw with tentacles that kind of are around it, right on the top of the water.
Oh, how far away is this?
50 feet.
Okay, so bonus action, I'm going to take. They have to be within 20 feet. So I'm basically going to make a line of light with my dancing lights, and I'm going to move them all so that we can illuminate this area here.
Okay.
And they're basically just going to be this big long line of light, but they have to be within 20 feet of each other.
Okay.
So just all the way straight down so that we
Okay.
can illuminate this.
Okay, so these lights shoot out basically across the top of the water, and kind of extend out and light up to where you last saw this creature.
And if I'm able to, I'm going to ask a quick question. Are we fighting or are we not fighting this thing?
It's threatened to kill us.
I loose an arrow.
Okay.
With my crossbow.
Okay.
Right, so that's going to be not the greatest. Actually, no, that's pretty good. Actually, 20 to hit.
Okay, that is a hit.
All right. And that's going to be 11 points of damage from the crossbow.
Okay. And this crossbow, and you see it hit a creature, guys, as you kind of all look towards where this arrow has been shot, and you see this creature at the top of the water squirm as this arrow hits it. Cyra, you're up. And you can pan a bit so you can see the creature.
I kind of wanted to talk to it. I don't know if it's too late now, seeing as I was already hit with a crossbow. But do I see this creature at all at this point?
You do. You see it on the top of the water because of the dancing lights.
Can I want to try to communicate with it with Mind Link. Am I able to do that with this creature?
You can absolutely try.
Okay. I'll just say, we're just seeking safe passage. We don't have to. Nobody needs to get harmed in this process. You can just swim away, and we could be on our way.
In response, you hear, I have been tasked to guard this place. You are being tracked, are you not? This is not your home. Why are you here?
We're just trying to seek a way out of here. We don't want any trouble with anyone. We're just trying to get our way out.
Okay, give me a persuasion check.
$19.
You are a powerful creature. I could sense it. You have some of the same abilities I do.
I promise you that if you let us get out of here safely, I promise no one will attack you, no harm will come to you.
I may keep you alive. At this point, you see it under the water and dive out of the light, and you see it kind of as deep as you imagine the water can go in the distance that you can see from the lighting of the dancing lights, which is only 10 feet. So basically illuminates 5 to 8 feet under the water. It comes down, and where'd it go?
I moved it.
Yeah, no. And it ends up under the water, and you don't necessarily know where at this point.
I'll just say to everyone, hold your fire.
And Cyra, can you make a a Constitution, Wisdom saving throw, please?
Okay. I have advantage on these.
Nice.
And I rolled a dirty 20.
Okay. With that dirty 20, you absolutely sense that this creature, for a moment, you sense that it wants to be your friend. Like, you feel as though it is attempting to befriend you. But then you're confused. Then you kind of go back to, I don't know, it may want to hurt me. And you kind of shake off that thought.
Okay. I'll still say, hold your fire. We may be able to cross safely. Just be on the lookout, but don't attack if not necessary.
Little late for that, as I load another bolt into my hand.
No!
Okay. Bacalhau, you're up. Plunk, you're on deck.
Where's Yana? Yana's at the front of the boat?
Sorry?
Yana's at the front of the boat, right?
No, Jonas at the back of the boat. Yeah. You can come back in close.
Oh my gosh.
6 seconds.
But Bach doesn't know what to do at this point. Like he doesn't know whether to attack this thing or not.
Yeah.
Yana, the only chance we have is to not make him angry. I think you should not fire at him.
But
Please.
I'm only saying I already loosed an arrow, so a little late for that.
You did, but it's
never
not
too late to stop.
All right.
Any actions, Bacalhau?
Yes, I'm going to hold an action. If it looks like he's going to fire, I'm going to jump towards him to try to knock her crossbow out of her hand.
Okay. Plunk, you're up.
Or at
Both, you're
least
on
to
deck.
deflect the shot.
Yep.
Okay. I will, seeing that the others are clearly talking to this thing with their minds, I'll reach out with my mind and be like, okay, so tell me again, why are you attacking us? And please don't eat me. I'm not very tasty, and I don't deserve to be eaten, and I've got a mission to do, and please just leave me alone.
All you hear is, I know you can't fly, but let's see if you can swim. Bolt, you're up. Snow, you're on deck.
And I'll
And
ready
at this point, Plunk, you're bailing, but water's filling faster than you're able to bail it. You're making some progress, but now it's basically halfway up the boat, and you're basically only halfway across the chasm. Those with dark vision can see 10, 20, just the edge of another bank past the bow of the ship. Okay? Bolt, you're up. Snow, you're on deck. Are you still just... sorry, you're still just rowing?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I can see the other side. Let's just keep going. And I'm gonna continue to row.
Okay. Snow, same?
I'll continue to row, yeah. And it hasn't tried to say anything else to me at this point, right?
No.
Okay, I'll stay quiet.
Do you want to go to the left or to the right of the rock formation that you're approaching?
Boat. We'll take the left. Actually, I don't know because I can't see it.
No.
But so I don't know. I'll just keep going.
Okay. Bolt, which direction do you want to
nobody
go?
else took the paddle. So
To go on either side. I guess we'll go to the right to go in between those two.
And you can feel that Bolt begins to kind of pull the boat to the right. And so you kind of let off Snow a little bit and let him kind of do that as it kind of rights itself. It was great to let the blind guy row the boat. It's great. Yana is up. Cyra's on deck.
All right. I'm gonna bonus action and move the light globules back around our boat again, so we can all see.
Okay.
Actually, 2 of them will be on our boat, and then 2 of them will be ahead. So
Okay.
guess you can illuminate the.
Yeah. I actually have dancing lights. We actually have them in our magic. Yeah, there's I think 4 little globules of dancing lights that we should be using while we do that.
either way, I will ready an action just holding my crossbow bolt.
To what? Yeah,
If I see it, I'm losing.
Okay.
Because the
you see.
last...
Okay. Cyra, you're up.
Do I still see this creature at all?
Perception check on that.
17.
No, you do not. You have lost all sight of it.
Okay. Then I will just say we're almost to the shore. There's no need. We're almost there. There's no need to get into any battles that we don't need to.
Okay. Yep. Is that it? Is there more of them?
Mm-hmm.
Should be in.
I mean, I found one.
Yeah. All right. All of a sudden, you see this thing rising up towards the center of the boat, right off to the edge here. As it splashes out of the water beside the boat on the port side, and you can see that it's got 4 tentacles. I'm just going to move this over just a bit so we can see it a bit better here. It's got 4 tentacles on the side of its body and a long tail that it uses to propel itself really quickly. And it splashes out of the boat, its tentacles whipping out in all directions. The first attack is going to be against Yanil, who is right in front. That's going to be a hit. The second one is going to be against Yana. Yana, you're holding your action. You can loose your bolt at this point. Was anybody else holding an action to release anything?
Yes, I dive towards Yana to try to deflect her shot.
Yes. Okay. So in that case, give me a strength athletics check to try and get there in time to try and stop her from doing it.
Oh, I got a natural 20.
Okay. I'm going to say, I'm going to allow you to roll as well a strength athletics check to try and pull away and continue your shot.
Yeah, good luck with that. No, it's a 10 plus.
Okay.
Whatever.
So as you go to shoot, you feel Bacalhau grab the, basically like lift your crossbow, and it shoots a bolt up into the air.
Okay.
When that happens. It is also going to lash out at you. It does a 18 hit you, Yana?
An 18 does hit me, yes.
Okay. Can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
I could do that.
And it's going to attack you again for natural one. That's not good.
That's not good.
And also a 22, which hits. Give me another saving throw.
That one's better. That's Constitution 16.
Okay. All right. So these tentacles whip out at you, and as it hits you, you are going to take, for both of them, 29 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
As these 2 tentacles across you, also hits Yanil, and Yanil actually steps backwards against you, Bacalhau, as she gets smashed by this tentacle. And the creature goes back under the water. And out of view from what you can tell. Okay. Bacalhau, you're up. Plunk, you're on deck.
Okay, so I've just dove towards Yana.
Yeah, she's right behind you, so you kind of reached back and grabbed her arms and deflected her shot.
I will say in my mind to the creature, you can have this one if you want. She's not really part of us. If you let the rest of us go.
Interesting. Okay, so you say that to her mind. Okay. Give me a persuasion check, please.
It's a 19.
Okay.
Bacalhau's off my Christmas list.
Nobody heard it. Except the creature responds and says, "There's the Bacalhau. We know." All right. Plunk, you're up.
That's it?
Bolt, you're on deck.
Okay. Dang. All right. I'm going to reach out with my mind and say, "Oh, okay. Well, okay. Come to the surface, and I'll try to cure whatever damage I've done. Just show yourself."
You hear a laugh. Do they know yet, Plunkrawk?
I'll just shut up now.
All right. Any actions? You guys aren't taking actions right now. No?
No.
Bolt, you're up. Snow, you're on deck.
All right, I see the shore. Let's get there as quickly as we can. I'm going to keep rowing.
Okay. You're about 10 feet from the shore at this point.
So close.
Snow, I'm assuming you're still rolling. Yana, it's your turn. Cyra, you're on deck.
Okay.
6 seconds.
I'm just going to reload my hand crossbow, and I'm going to level it at Bacalhau's head,
Okay.
and I'm going to say to him directly, "Do that again, and you will join him in the water."
Don't understand if you're asking me or threatening me.
That was not an ask. That was a threat. Don't touch me ever again.
Cyra, you're up.
We've got 10 feet to go. I'm just really trying to find this creature and just kind of keep it chill for like just a few more seconds.
Okay.
Can I see it?
No, you can't.
Oh, sorry, Jason. As a bonus action, I'm just going to move the rest of my lights over
Okay.
towards the actual platform that we're coming up to.
Okay.
I will ready an action since I can't see it and talk to it. So
Okay.
I don't want to attack it, but I will ready an Eldritch Blast just in case it comes up again.
Okay. All right. Immediately you feel another smash on the boat. Another hole opens up, and the boat, basically the back end of the boat, begins to sink into the water. I need Yana and Cyra to make a dexterity saving throw to stop yourselves from falling into the water, please.
Nat 20!
There it is.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh,
Dex save 23.
Okay, so yeah, you both managed to grab onto the side, but currently the boat is now askew. Kind of the back side is now under the water. It was a massive kind of smash that has smashed the back end of the boat, and it is currently underwater
Oh.
as you...
I do not like that boat can just split in half already.
Thank Dwarven Forge!
That's not
And you're
cool.
both like almost waist deep in water at this point.
Very not cool.
Jay, you've got to go back to Lego. This is not okay.
this is not right. I like it. I love it. Okay. All right. One sec.
Oh, this is terrible.
The creature again, you see it, it's kind of swimming quickly towards you, comes up behind you in the boat, behind Cyra and Yana, and it attacks out with its tentacles again. That 10 is, 14 is not enough, Yana.
That is not enough, nope.
19 is enough, Cyra.
Yeah, 19's enough.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ow!
And I'm assuming a 25 is also enough, Cyra.
Yeah. I rolled an 18, the first one.
For the con save?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second one. Did it attack you too, guys?
Oh, yeah,
16.
Sorry?
16.
Okay. 26 points of damage, Cyra, as these two tentacles
I was trying to be nice to it.
slash against you. As it kind of sits on the bottom of the boat, which is sinking on the edge, and it smashes you with those two tentacles, and it stays there. And this massive, round, gaping maw with teeth all around it snarls at you.
Cool. I'm down.
You're down. Cyra goes prone in the boat, at the back, under the water.
But we're still in the boat.
You're still in the boat. It's just
tilted
it's just tilted down.
This is what
Bacalhau,
I
you're
get
up.
for trying to be nice for once without just being a murder hobo. Try to be nice one time.
Bacalhau, you're up. Plunk, you're on deck.
How far are we from the shore?
About 10 feet.
I did have an Eldritch Blast though, but that I'm assuming did not go off because I am down before it.
No, you would have. I apologize. Well, you were holding it till you saw it.
I was holding it till I saw
it
it.
came up. I would say that you got it off before. So let's do that first.
Okay, I didn't know if what
Sorry.
the order of stuff was. Okay. So, and I rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
Redemption!
Nice. Definitely.
All the Stoneheart promos tonight.
Woohoo!
Now, does that mean I do double damage?
Yeah, so full damage on the first die and then roll the second one.
And I swear, I'm not lying. I rolled full points on the first one.
Yeah.
On the roll. So it's plus the genie. So that's 15 points. That's 30 points of.
Woo!
28 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh no, sorry. 26 points of bludgeoning damage. 4 points of fire damage.
Wow. And you just lay into this thing as it's you hit it with what is it, an Eldritch Blast?
It's force damage.
Yeah. So it's racked by this force, and as it kind of comes out of the pain that it feels, it reaches out with its tentacles and puts you down.
So not like the die did not. Yeah,
No.
I couldn't. Yeah.
It didn't do enough to stop it, but you did.
But I felt a little bit of redemption.
Yes,
in that die roll.
significant amounts of damage. Bacalhau, you're up.
But
Plunk,
I'm
you're on
down.
deck. 6 seconds.
So Yana points her crossbow at my head. Okay, and I'll just say.
Well,
I guess.
Sorry, she pointed at your head. She said, "That's a threat." And then before she could do anything, the boat kind of went down, and then she got swiped at, but it missed. So Yana's now facing the creature, kind of thing. She's not still. She doesn't still have the hand crossbow at your head, but that's what happened earlier.
Okay, so I'll just say, well, I guess once a traitor, always a traitor, and I'll misty step to the shore.
Okay. How far can you misty step?
30 feet.
Oh, right on the edge.
Barely.
As you misty step, you whoa, and you kind of like right yourself right on the edge of the shore. At that point, the creature whips around like this and whips its tail at Yana. Oh, that's going to be a hit. That is going to be 14, 15, 16, 17, 19 points of bludgeoning damage as this tail smacks you hard in the side.
Reaction,
Yeah.
I didn't do it last time. Uncanny dodge. And
Okay.
half that.
Yeah, okay.
Rounding down or up?
Down.
Down, so 9.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Plunk, you're up.
So
Bolt, you're on deck.
I'm going to look back at the body of Cyra in the water
Yep.
and be like, "No, friend," and we'll do a cure wounds for at second level, which will do 2d8 plus 4 of healing on her. And that will be max points. So that is 16 plus 4. What's that? That's 20 healing.
You reach down under the water as you see bubbles beginning to rise from her face. And you reach down, you cure her, and Cyra, you kind of come to, and you take a mouthful of water, but then you kind of sit up, and you're still prone, but you're at least sitting kind of in the boat with 20 points of healing into you. Okay. Okay. Bolt, you're up. Snow, you're on deck.
Okay. The boat, I want to paddle to get to the shore. Is it still moving?
At this point, you're moving almost half speed on the boat because you're trying to pull it. And as you try, you're rowing, and not even say half speed, it's taken on so much water that it's moving down faster than you can actually row forward from the weight of everybody in the ship and the boat going down.
Okay.
There's no longer any forward momentum.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to realize this isn't working. I'll turn around and I'll see the creature right there at the back, and I'll point my my glove at it, and I will cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
And I will cast it in such a way that it will only affect the creature.
Okay.
And the creature has to make dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
That's
a natural 20.
Do I give you the promo? I guess I have to.
So I'm assuming it passes. So does that negate the spell? There is Fairy Fire in there. I think
yeah. So if it succeeds, it isn't affected. So
Okay.
just basically a little
fizzles.
lightning bolt reaches it.
Yeah.
And just kind of goes.
Psst, it fizzles out. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Snow, you're up.
Julian,
Yana, you're on deck.
Julian, we've asked you to swap those dice so many times. All right. So there's no point in paddling anymore, right?
No, at this point,
kinda-
you've been trying to paddle forward, and it's a lost cause at this point.
Okay. I'm going to move my echo. I'm going to actually manifest an echo, which automatically dissipates the last one, in between the creature and the back of the boat. And I'm going to tell everybody, well, no sense paddling anymore. Let's go. And I'll start moving towards the front of the boat, but I'm not going to leave the boat. I'm just going to move
Okay.
to the bow.
Okay.
You're moving
And I'm
toward
going
the bow?
to, moving toward the bow, and I'm going to hold an action to attack the creature with my echo if it comes within, if it makes an aggressive movement forward.
And you want to just basically be at the front of the ship as far as you can go.
Yeah, just sitting, standing at the bow, because if I get too far away from the echo,
Yeah.
I'll go as far as 30 feet away from the echo, but no further, because
So you're at 25 at the front of the boat.
Okay, so I'll, I guess, jump off the front then
Into the water?
That extra 5 feet, so that I'm just right on the cusp, and the echo is there to attack the creature if it comes in.
You're currently into the water.
Okay.
Okay. Yana, you're up. Cyra, you're on deck.
I am just going to put my hand on the back of Yanil and just say, "Time to go. Let's go." I'm just going to give her a little nudge to try and get her to move. And I will just take... I'll just swipe at... I'll swipe at the creature with my sword.
Okay.
So that's going to be a pretty good hit. That's going to be... Sorry, doing this on a tiny little phone screen is harder than you'd think. That's a 27 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right. So that's going to be... not great. 7 points of damage.
Okay. As you hit it, this mucus that you can tell that surrounds it kind of in the water. As it's in the water and its head is basically just up. As you kind of come down, this mucus you see, it actually kind of like, it's surrounded by a cloud of it. And as you smack it, the water kind of sprays up in your face. And you feel it almost like absorbing and tingling on your skin. I'd like you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
That's a con save. It was +0, so 17.
Oh, okay. With a 17, you feel you losing your breath slightly, like you can't breathe for, and then you catch it and you're able to breathe as you fought off whatever effect it started. All right, Cyra, you're up. Gaziel's on deck.
I would like to get up.
Yep, you stand up.
I will attack it with. How far is it from me at this point?
It's about 10 feet because the echo is in front, so you can. It's actually it's 5 feet from you. Sorry, 5 feet from you, but you're not in melee range just yet.
Okay, then I will hit it with a firebolt.
Okay.
It's 14 to hit.
Sorry. That is a miss. Because it's underwater, you try and hit it, and it hits the water, and just creates a big cloud of steam.
If I move now, is it opportunity attack?
Nope, you're not within distance of it.
I will move away.
Okay.
To the front of the boat.
How far to the front do you want to go?
As far as I can.
You can get to the front of the boat.
Then I shall do so.
Gaziel comes to the back of the boat, righteous anger, and kind of stands in front of Plunk, readying an action as she holds her warhammer out in front of him. And she yells for everyone to get to the shore. It swipes at your echo and dissipates it.
What about my held action?
Yes. What was your held action again? Sorry.
If it makes any aggressive movement, then then my echo attacks.
Okay.
Do I get
so
that
as its tentacle begins to move towards you, the echo has a chance to hit it.
All right. So that was a 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
6 points of slashing damage with the scimitar.
Okay.
So, but the echo is gone now. So.
Okay. So that's its first attack. Its second attack, it's going to attack Yana as it steps in towards Gaziel and Yana. That is a natural 1 for you, Yana.
Perfect.
As it comes across, what am I going to do for a natural 1 here?
It splinters itself on the boat.
I'm going to say that it kind of puts itself off kilter, and it loses its second attack too. Okay. So it's out of attacks, luckily, for you. Okay. Bacalhau, you're up. Plunk, you're on deck.
How far away is Snow at this point?
Snow is 5 feet from you in the water. You can see on the map there.
Okay, I'm going to extend my quarterstaff.
Yeah.
To Snow.
Yeah.
So that if he grabs it, I can like kind of pull him in like a fish.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'll call to Yanil. Yanil, come, let's go.
Okay.
Like too happy, unaware of how bad it is. Too happy, excited to get her onto the shore.
Yeah. Okay. So she is going to move. I haven't really given her any actions yet. She's been sitting kind of fearfully watching, and she jumps into the water beside Snow. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say that she, with her movement and the time that she was able to traverse and get onto the shore. Snow, you feel the presence of his quarterstaff in front of you as you're kind of swimming, as he taps your hand with it.
Okay.
Do you want to ready an action in response?
Is it's my turn, or?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
no,
okay.
It's not your turn. But sorry, it's not your turn. You just feel it. Right. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So my action would just be that as soon as he grabs it, I want to hoist him out of there.
Yeah. Again, the creature spins upset that it missed you, Yana, and its tail is going to attack you again. 25, I'm assuming that hits.
That hits.
18 points of damage.
Okay, I will again.
Wait, did I miss a turn there?
What's that?
Did I miss a turn there? I don't.
No, it has legendary actions, which means it can do an action after other people's turns.
Okay, just making sure.
Now it's your turn, Plunk.
Cool. So I will dash towards the front of the boat if I can. I don't think I'm within.
No, you're not.
Opportunity. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to dash to the front of the boat, jump off, and try to get onto shore without getting wet.
Okay, so you get to here. You're not quite on shore with that. Oh, you move too, right? So you're on shore.
Yep.
Without getting wet, you definitely get wet. You'd have to jump in the water to get to the shore.
Okay.
You do so?
I'm like,
okay. All right. Bolt, you're up. Snow, you're on deck.
Okay. I'm gonna like sort of smack my gloves and come on now, we can do this. And I'm gonna try fairy fire again.
Okay.
So a single bolt shoots out and
what's the
attacks
DC?
At it. Sorry?
What's the DC saving throw?
15 dex.
It passes again. As it fizzles in the water again. Sorry, Bolt. And that is your action?
Yep, that's my action. And I don't think I can move any closer to the front of the boat.
Yeah, you can. You can kind of move to the back, right on kind of the edge, the tip of the. Do you want to move into the water?
Do I have enough to get to the shore?
Movement 5, 10, 15, 20. I'd say yeah, you probably can. It's half movement swimming, but I'd say that you're basically just holding on to the side, like that. Your hands are kind of on the shore. That's as far as you can go.
Okay, and while I'm hanging onto the shore, I'm like smacking my thing again.
Yeah.
It's like, silly thing.
Okay. At this point, the boat is completely submerged. Yana and Gaziel are now treading water. And Cyra, your feet are on the boat still under the water. But it's quickly sinking.
So wait, the boat's gone and I'm just running away?
No, your feet are on the boat. The water is basically chest level, but Yana and Gaziel are both now treading water because the boat has left deep enough that it's past there.
I'm going to swim as far as I can first.
Okay.
To shore.
Okay.
How far do I get?
I just get too short, basically.
What's your movement?
30 feet.
So 5, 10, 15 gets you there because you're swimming. Are you dashing to get to shore?
Well, how high is the water level at this point?
What do you mean how high? You're swimming at this point. So as soon as you cross the boat, you're swimming now. So it's
still swimming.
Yeah.
Can I still hit it with a spell even though I'm swimming? Or do I have to be?
Sure. Yeah. No, you can.
I'll still Eldritch Blast it from this point away.
Okay. Give me an Eldritch Blast.
I'm still a little salty.
Yep.
What's that?
Give me a roll.
Yep. That is an 18 to hit.
That is a hit.
And that is 11 points of force damage and 2 points of fire damage.
Wow. Okay. Okay. As you hit it, you and Gaziel kind of see it shudder like this, and it begins to look almost frantic, Julian, as it's kind of in front of you, kind of still facing you with its maw wide. Okay. Sorry. Where did you go? You haven't gone yet. I went from. How did Cyra get her turn?
I don't know. You told me to go.
I'm so confused. Snow, you went. Yana, sorry, I skipped your turn, so you can go now.
I'm just going to bonus action disengage and then swim for my life.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, and I'll go 5, 10, basically 15 and get to the rocks.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't go yet.
Well, you can't. You can only go. Sorry, you can only go. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, Snow, you swam, didn't you? No, you didn't go yet. I don't know how I skipped everybody. Before. I'm sorry. Sorry. So you can't swim the second one because you've already disengaged, which is an action.
Bonus action.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Sorry, Snow. What would you like to do? I apologize.
That's right. Okay, so before I grab the staff to go up on land, I'm dropping an echo 15 feet away from me between myself and the creature.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll accept Bacalhau's generous offer of help.
And you can't stand on shore, but you go behind. You basically cross them and stand on the other side.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Geez, all of that together. Okay. Gaziel also disengages and then swims. She can only swim a certain distance, but she is in armor, so she's having a hard time swimming. But you see the creature kind of like, and in all of your heads you hear, "We will meet again," as it kind of sinks into the water, and you see it disappear into the depths.
Looking forward to it, asshole.
Nice.
I actually say in my head, kind of, don't go. You're not done.
It's gone.
Sort of disappointing.
No response.
Voice.
You all end up kind of coming up onto the shore again, and you're all able to get back on land at this point. We can kill the overcam now. Safely. I'm assuming you do you dissipate your echo at this point, Snow?
Yeah, I'll just manifest one to follow us.
Yep.
To kind of be between us and the most recent danger.
Okay.
And then when I feel like it's safe, I'm going to put it in front to be our potential trap detector.
Okay, got it. Yana, as you kind of stand up, you don't feel so good.
I believe it.
My mic also isn't working. And you hear Yana kind of groan, Bolt, and as you turn to look at her, you see that her skin has began to go translucent. And you can start to see skull under the skin on her face. And as she kind of like reaches up and her hand touches her head, you can start to see bone through the skin on her fingers. The skin still exists, but it's starting to go translucent.
Yona? Hello? Are you all right?
Yana?
And you can see that it starts to go, you can feel your skin starting to go slimy.
What's going on?
It's not right. It's not good. No. No.
Is there like can I do like a medicine check or anything?
Yep, give me a medicine check.
Would I know what is happening just from?
You can both give me medicine checks. What was yours, Cyra?
15.
Yeah, with a 15, obviously she's been diseased by this creature, but you don't quite know the effect that it's having. Go ahead.
My medicine check
Bolt?
is 8.
8, yeah. You guys at this point, just by kind of looking and seeing what's going on, you don't quite know. And you feel somewhat normal, but you feel almost parched and crave water. And you feel, even though your skin is slimy and translucent, you feel dehydrated. But just slightly dehydrated,
Does
nothing.
anybody have water? I could use some water.
We just came from water.
I'm going to hold everybody kind of back, like Yanil and whoever's around me, kind of put them back and say, don't touch him. He's gone. It's too late. Don't touch him.
What?
Her. Don't touch her.
It can't be too late.
Yeah.
Get back in the water, Yana. Get back in the water. You need water.
She saved our lives. We should do everything we can to help her.
This is not going to. I need water.
But I'm no wizard. Well, I am. But I can't help her.
Just give her water.
Yes. Who has the water skin?
I would have.
Yeah, I'll pull out my water skin and pass it to Yana.
Okay.
Stay my distance, like full arm's length, like.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'll just
Drink
start
it.
drinking water.
Okay, you start drinking it. It doesn't take away that feeling. It almost feels like your skin is dry, like it's starting to lose its moisture. And even though it's slimy and translucent, it feels like it's beginning to lose it. Yanil kind of comes over to you and looks at you, not touching you, but kind of holds her hands to either side of your face to kind of try and figure out what's going on. And she says, I do not know what is happening. I don't know what to do here.
Well, perhaps it will go away after some time. The creature was doing something with that stuff around it. I don't know.
And at this point, it's quite disconcerting as her skin is completely translucent. And you can see her skull, you can see her teeth, you can see her eyes in the sockets through this translucent, slimy skin.
Is this a curse?
Get help.
Do you feel okay? Other than the thirst?
Well, I'm quite thirsty, but that is all that is wrong. My hands look kind of bony.
Can I check to see if there's some kind of magic that's causing this?
Give me an Arcana check.
And I'll turn to Gaziel and go, do something.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. You it's not magical. You don't sense any sort of magical ability, or you know nothing that of magical that could have done this. It seems natural.
Well, that's even stranger.
Gaziel puts her hands up. She also doesn't know what she could possibly do.
Doesn't she have like a detect poison or disease or something like that?
Remove curse or...
She doesn't know what to do, guys.
No, she doesn't know what to do. Ahead of you, you see those of you at the front of the party, and Snow, you sense that there is a tunnel that leads out from this pool that goes basically into darkness. And it is just a rough-hewn natural cave tunnel that leads out from this bank. One singular path. What do you all do?
Maybe if we get out of here, is it maybe Yana? I know, but maybe Yana would feel better if we. I don't know how this works.
We should bring
or
her
at
to a
least
healer.
if we take her some distance away from this creature, maybe it would help her. But I don't. It's just a thought. I don't know.
Yeah.
Proximity.
Do you feel like you would do better back in the water or out in the sun?
Those things would not be good for me right now. No.
Would
Give
you
me
like a blanket?
So give me a, I'd say maybe a perception check to kind of feel what you're feeling.
Insight?
No, because you're not trying to tell what you're telling yourself. You're trying to feel.
Oh, that's good. That's you said perception?
Yeah.
That's gonna be 25.
You absolutely crave water. Like, undoubtedly, your body feels like it
I'm
needs
just gonna
water.
keep drinking from the water skin.
Okay, it doesn't seem to be taking it away.
Do we still have the helmets? Maybe we could put water in the helmet.
You're not having a hard time breathing.
I can breathe just fine. It is not an air problem. It is just I am very thirsty.
I just thought it might be a way to keep water on your person. Are your clothes wet? Maybe that is helping you.
Yeah, I mean they are wet, but I'm just still very thirsty. I do not know.
Perhaps if it's whatever it was that was on the creature that got on you, that caused this, maybe we need to just wash it away.
Well, I don't feel too good about going back in the water with that thing. It'll just do this to me again.
I think it left. Look,
we'll
check.
We'll go with you.
Can I look around the water to see if I see the creature? With my, I mean, I don't know how long my hunter's mark on it lasts.
Sorry, say that one more
But
time.
still.
Can you go closer to the water, see if you can see it?
Yeah.
And you get bonus on perception? Is that right within Hunter's Mark?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Okay. First one's a 17. Second one's 6. 17.
Yeah, with a 17, you can't perceive it within any sort of range of the shore.
Okay, it's not here, Yana. You would be okay if you wanted to just take a dip. I want to turn to the rest of the party, though, and say, do we all agree we shouldn't touch her, though? I think that's important.
Well,
I don't think it would
probably
be good
not,
for
but
us or her.
Probably not, but Yana, if you are nervous about getting back in the water, I'll go with you.
I can see
No, I
that
don't
it's not
want
here. I
anybody
think we...
else to get hurt, so I will. I'll try it. So give me a moment, and I'll just walk over to the water, and I'll just like sit down first and put my feet in.
Yeah. Immediately you feel better, soothed, and as you dip yourself into the water, you basically like submerge yourself, and you feel immediately soothed and better for a moment while you're in the water. But you folks and you looking at yourself don't see any difference in your skin.
I'll resurface and well, that feels a lot better. I don't think I can just stay in the water the whole time, though.
Well,
yeah.
we could go for help. You could wait here. We could go for help.
You will never find your way through these tunnels without me.
We have to bring her with us. Why don't we just make sure she stays all covered in water? And I don't know. You said no to the water helmet? I don't know what to do.
Can you guys give me a perception check, please?
I want to know how truthful she is about we will never make it out without her.
Yeah, insight check. Then you
Natural
insight check
20.
everyone else
23.
perception.
17.
4.
Okay. Is that a natural 20, Snow?
Yeah.
Okay. Natural 20, you hear voices across the chasm of water. And it sounds similar to the voices of the Revelry.
All right. The captains have made it down on the other side. We don't have much time.
Okay, do I believe that we won't make it out
Sorry.
without her?
What did you roll, sorry?
23.
23. Yeah. I mean, you imagine that she knew where she was going, more or less, and you get the sense that if anybody knows where you're going, it's her. Right now, there's a singular path, but you get the sense that she's telling the truth. You don't necessarily know if you can do it, but you feel like she's telling the truth, that she truly feels that you can't get through this without her.
I reluctantly take the blanket out of my pack, and I'll dunk it in the water to soak it.
Yep.
And I'll say, come, Yana. You could put this around you as we walk. It should help get you a little bit further.
Okay. Do you accept it?
Nope.
Okay.
I just stare deadpan at him and go,
No.
There is no one in this party I trust less than you right now. I would rather take my chances with
So
that
you'd like
creature.
to stay in the water? Yeah, okay. She'd like to stay here with the creature. Can you tell us how to get out so we can get you help?
We don't have time for this. Let's go.
Okay.
Gaziel, is there anything you can do?
There is not. I don't know what to do. This is no disease that I can heal. I can try and heal him, perhaps.
Her?
Her? Sorry. I don't know. I'm just going to speak in a weird English accent. Not quite. I wish there was. But I feel helpless.
Okay, I will do a.
I can hardly hear you, Joel. I don't know what's... It's very, like, muted and...
Okay. Sorry, maybe I can bring up my volume. I will attempt a cure wounds.
Okay. You're still really quiet. It's really weird.
Yeah, I'll fix it.
One sec. Okay. Gaziel realizes that she actually can maybe help a little bit. And she says, wait, I don't know if I can fix it, but maybe I can tell what it is. And she concentrates for a moment, and she casts Detect Poison and Disease. And after a moment, she comes back and she says, she comes out of it, and she says, this creature, it has sapped the moisture from her skin. I believe she needs to be in contact with water, or she will surely perish after some time.
Gaziel, do you think if I soaked a blanket in water, she could wear it until we get out of here?
That might help for a time. Whatever we can do to
I
keep her
thought so.
skin hydrated.
Well, what do you say, Yana? It sounds like Gaziel know what to do.
Well, it will work for a while, but I assure you that there is not a whole lot of water going into these caverns. It is not at all, actually.
I want to
Perhaps
say
is
in
it
my
possible for
mind,
one of you to conjure water with magic?
The voices start to get louder to the point where, Cyra, you start to hear them now too.
You know, they're coming for us, and we should probably go take whatever chances we can, because beyond these caverns, we still have to escape Darktoe, surrounded by Revelry that think we're traitors. So,
It's
Okay.
true.
The
Plans?
tunnels I'm
Pressing
going to take you
matter.
to will cover that, but if I have to be in water the entire time, I will not make it long enough to guide you.
what
Leave
are we
her.
supposed to do?
We must.
we
All
can't
right.
get out of here without her, Plunkrawk.
I'll get out
Sure.
of the water.
We either have to take our chances, or we have to take our chances one way or the other. So we either take our chances and get out of here without Yana's help and hopefully try to come back for her, or we take our chances with Yana and put her life in danger.
I mean, Gaziel says, do we not have enough water to maybe, I don't know, cover or rub water on her from time to time when she starts to feel like it's a problem? I don't know. We
We
can't
can-
just leave her here.
We
She will
can
be
try,
dead.
but we can't. That's going to be up to Yana.
Yes.
I will take you as far as I can, but if the water is not going to be enough, I'm going to have to turn back, and you will have to try and find your way without me. But
Yeah.
That sounds hard but fair, Yana. I'll start dunking the blanket in the water to get it wet, and then kind of lay it beside her, and I'll say I'll even bring some extra water, and I'll take my breathing bubble helmet and kind of like dunk it in the water, so I got like this fish bowl of water
Okay.
to carry
And
around.
Yanil says, I can create water, but only a certain manner of times a day. There's only a certain amount, and it has to sit somewhere. I can create quite a bit, 30 gallons, but it has to be at only 3 times a day.
Okay.
Can I do this?
Okay, well,
Let's go.
if we
That's a lot.
keep
That's
the
it. Just
keep the blanket on her, douse her whenever she gets dry.
Yeah.
After 3 times, perhaps that would be enough. How long will it stay wet? 1-2 hours, maybe? Come on.
Yeah.
We may even find a vessel that we can keep the water in along the way. Keep our
Yeah.
eyes open for sure.
True. We have
I
to
heard-
try.
I heard Bacalhau fill the helmet. You know, if we have 1 or 2 of those ready. Of course, the rest of us need to have arms free in case we need to engage in combat or something, but it's an idea. It's a thought.
I'd much rather do that than leave her here. This creature's still lurking in the waters.
Yes, and also pirate captains are on the way, so I think we need to go.
Pirate
Yes.
captain.
So
Right,
I'll just
right.
pull myself out of the water. I'll grab the blanket, wrap it around myself, and start leading the way down the tunnel.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. You start to enter the tunnel, and immediately it goes into darkness. Those of you with dark vision can still see. And this is kind of a long, winding tunnel. You travel for a ways. I would say you're almost like 45 minutes into this one singular tunnel. And this singular tunnel starts to dip quite deep into the earth. And you feel it go into a fairly, deep incline, not quite 45 degrees, but it starts to go deeper into the earth. And you can feel it starting to get colder in these tunnels as you go further and further. And it winds and it goes narrow and then it opens up again at certain times throughout the trip. You manage to stay fairly covered, and I'd say, it lasts at least, especially down here in the dampness. The first hour, you don't feel even the moisture starting to leave the blanket at all at this point. But you feel like, there are certain parts of your skin that start to tingle and start to burn a little bit. And as you move the blanket over that kind of area, it soothes it. And so you're kind of moving the blanket around and kind of patting your body as you do to kind of keep it at bay. Okay.
As we walk, I'd like to use Prestidigitate to clean up drops of water that might have come off, and occasionally use Prestidigitate to use to create puffs of wind to just kind of cover up our tracks, and that sort of thing, so that they can't follow us out.
Okay, give me a survival check with advantage, please. Nicely done.
It's a natural 20.
Nice.
Very good. All right. Right now it's a singular path. So if they continue down this path, there's only one way. But you've successfully cleared any sort of sign of movement through here that you can tell.
I think I'll carry on the same technique as we go.
Okay. All right. After about an hour, you come to an area that branches in 4 different tunnels. It's a large cavern, and there's 4 different tunnels of various sizes that lead out from here, all naturally formed, all existing caverns. At this point, Yana, you know that coming this way, you've marked the path in a certain way. What do you do?
So I'm going to roll investigation to try and find my etchings.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 21.
Okay. With a 21, Yana takes out a little globe that, as she places it in her hand, glows purple and sets out maybe like a 5 to 10 foot, I'd even say like a foot out from the globe, kind of glows, and she kind of holds it up to the wall. And as she passes one of the cavern entrances, you see that there's a glyph that appears, which she has etched into the wall, obviously indicating that this is the path. And it's the second cavern from the left that it points down towards.
We must go this way. This is the way I came in originally.
You say there's a boat?
There is no boat. We will be using our own legs for quite some time, I assure you.
But to leave the island?
We will leave the island, but there will be no boat. We will go down.
Well, I will trust you.
Okay.
Right, lead
Was
the way.
the little... I'm sorry. Was the little globe, was it magical? Was it something that I may have seen before?
Arcana check?
I got a 21. No, dirty 20.
A dirty 20? Yeah. You imagine that it has some sort of magical ability to decipher some way, however she marked this glyph, that this is probably the only way that would identify these marks. So it definitely has a magical...
Would she have to use the globe in order to make the glyphs appear, or could anybody with this tool make them appear?
Anybody using this globe could show these things. You don't know if it's tied to her necessarily, but you get the sense of the way that the magic works, that it's just somebody holding it in conjunction with whatever tool she used to create the glyphs that could discern it.
All right.
And for the last hour or so, none of you have sensed that you're being followed. You haven't heard voices in the distance or anything like that as of yet. Okay. You start down this first cavern, and it basically starts off just small enough for you to move single file. I need a marching order for you, please.
I'll be up front with the echo if possible. So the
Okay,
echo will
so
be
just put
about
them over
15
there,
feet
just so I know
in front
kind
of me.
Yeah. Okay, so Echo 15 in front of Snow.
Yeah.
So Echo's going first.
Echo first, and then me 15 feet behind, as long as nobody argues.
Yeah.
Unless Yana wanted to be up front.
But I will be
for guidance
up
purposes.
front leading, because the way.
Okay, so in front of the Echo.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's
And I have to be at the back because of clearing the tracks.
Okay,
So I'll need
Bacalhau.
to be at the back, and probably I would have Yanil right in front of me.
Okay, you know, right in front.
And I'll be right in front of Yanil because I want to be in a position where if I could look back and with dark vision be able to see if anybody's coming towards us.
Okay. Are you guys using a light source at this point? Sorry.
No, I'll have my dancing lights up. I'll just keep moving them along with us.
Okay. All right. Bolt, where do you want to be?
I'll be right behind Snow.
Right behind Snow. Okay, so put him in between. Yeah, that's fine.
And I will be in the middle.
Okay, so put Plunk
and
there,
Gaziel in
and then
the
Gaziel. Gaziel would want to walk up front. So right behind. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. As you all begin to kind of walk down the path, we're gonna do this a little differently than we typically do. As again, you feel that these caverns, as you go, they go steeper and steeper, and you feel that you're, diving fairly deep down into the earth, to the point where it starts to get quite cold, quite moist. And the way we're going to do this is I'm going to have the person leading roll a natural 20, a D20, to let us know kind of what you come across.
Roll
And
a natural
Matt
20.
actually did this when the Mighty Nine were traversing the Underdark in their campaign, so we're going to do that here too. So Yana, if you are leading and scouting ahead, can you please roll me a 20?
That is a 7.
A 7. All right. So you travel for some time, and you sense that after 2 hours, your skin begins to tingle as the towel begins to dry. I'm assuming at this point, Bacalhau, are you going to use the water in that bowl first to douse the towel again?
Sorry, unfortunately, I'm way at the back of the lines. So
You can cross to the front, like you can pass. If everyone kind of stands, you can kind of shimmy past each other. As long as you kind of go back, but you can't, occupy the same space.
Okay, I'll start passing we can't see anything at the back. There's no light at the back, so I'll start passing the helmet up.
It's probably easier for me to just send the blanket back instead of moving this gigantic jug of water. So I'll just.
I could pass.
I'll just hand the blanket back and just ask who's right behind me. I'll give it to the echo and just, Snow, I don't know if you can hear me through the echo, but the blanket is a little dry. Could you have the echo take it and pass it back to whoever to douse it in the water again? So I don't.
Would I be able to hear this from 20 feet back?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, okay. So it'd be like, I'll get the echo to carry it to me. I can't hear through the echo.
Oh,
I might
sorry.
One day.
Could your echo please take the blanket?
Yes. Yes, it can.
It's a cavern. You don't have to yell. You're not that far from
hard
each other.
to cover our tracks.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do the blanket thing.
All right.
Okay. What pace are you all moving at? I mean, obviously, Yana, you're kind of setting the pace.
Well, would you? I know where we are going for the most part. I know the terrain, but that is not to say that there aren't other things that might have made their home in these tunnels since my time coming through here. It has been quite some time. So while I am familiar with where we are going, there still might be things that we are going to come across. So if you would like to move slowly, we can. It will just take a lot longer for us to get where we are going.
Not slow.
Yes, maybe we should keep a quick pace about it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, I can do. All right. And we'll just go at a normal pace then.
Normal pace? Okay. All right. All right. Can I get you to roll again, please? At this point, you've been...
again?
Yeah, D20 again. And you guys have been traveling, at this point, about 3 hours, you imagine.
It's a 14.
Okay. 14. Can you also roll me another d20, please?
2.
2. Okay. All of a sudden, the thin kind of tunnel, and again, the tunnel goes from 10 feet to 5 feet to even a little smaller, and you kind of have to like work and worm your way through, and it curves and weaves, turns back sometimes, and keeps going, but it's a single vein that you continue to follow. After some time, you see ahead, Yana, and you remember this from your way here, that you come to a cliff face. And you can see that it's open above, but it's sheer, and it goes up some 60 feet, and it blocks the passage. And there is a rope ladder that you know is tied up at the top of the cliff, 60 feet up. And you can see just the edge of this rolled up rope ladder that sits at the top. That's visible.
Yeah, so, I guess I'll talk a little louder so the ones at the back can hear me, but there is a big pit with a sheer cliff, and we will have to drop a ladder down to traverse up a bit before we go down further. And then I will, do I recall, like, did I have footholds and stuff that I used when I tied this ladder up, or
no? It just takes climbing a cliff. I mean, there's footholds just naturally within the cliff face, but when you came down, it was down, and so somehow it was rolled back up.
That's concerning. Okay. Do I gather if I take the blanket off and try to climb my way up to the ladder? Am I going to have enough time to do that before I need to get the blanket back on? Or
Yeah, you imagine you would. It's only 60 feet, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then I will try to climb.
Okay,
I will move the dancing lights up so that it's lighting up my cliff face.
Okay.
And then I will climb.
Okay, give me a strength athletics check, please.
Yep. That's a... Should have picked a better d20. Athletics? Not the greatest. It's an 18.
Okay, with an 18, you manage to, and with general ease, you manage to climb up this cliff face. You get to the top of the thing. It's been about 5 minutes or so. You drop the ladder down, and it goes down, and it comes to the bottom. You all see it kind of drop in front of you, except Snow. You hear it. And then you're standing at the top of the cliff. Your blanket's at the bottom.
Yeah.
You can just put it around your neck.
Just tie it
Okay, but you put it, again, you feel it start to tingle, and you put it back on. And the rest of you, I'm assuming, are going to climb the ladder at this point? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't take a climbing check. You all can climb this ladder. It's slow, but you're able to climb at basically half speed. You all make it to the top of the cliff. What do you do?
As the last one up, I will roll the ladder back up.
Okay. All right. And so that it's not dangling down the cliff?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
I don't know who actually put that ladder up, because it was not up when I came through, and I did not roll it. So that is concerning. I would recommend we be cautious moving forward. I don't know how or why this was rolled.
That is disconcerting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad.
I will say to Yanil, I'll say, I don't trust her, Yanil. What should we do about her?
She says, she is hard to read. Her thoughts. There is sometimes a little good and sometimes not so good. I'm not quite sure what her feelings are. I've tried, but she's very good at deceiving my feelings. deceiving my thoughts?
Yes, she is deceitful.
But I don't know what else to do. There is no other path forward. And as you kind of look at the edge of this, at the top of this cliff, you do see that there is a single cavern tunnel that goes out, but then you can see that it branches in two directions. And as you start forward, Yana, you know, using your globe, that the left is the one that you're supposed to go down. You all turn down the left path and you continue on. You all travel for another 4 hours or so. And at this point, it starts to branch more. And at every branch, Yana takes it out, looks for her glyph, and continues to follow this path. At this point, you're starting to get tired. It's coming to the end of a full day. You've all traveled a distance, and you know that if you continue forward, you'll probably start to feel fatigued as you've traveled quite a distance. Can you give me another D20 roll, please?
That's an 8.
An 8. Okay. And another one?
Another D20?
Yep.
That's a 8.
It's another 8. Okay. At this point, you all start to hear, and especially you at first, and your skin hasn't changed. It's still translucent. Your skin's still slimy. You haven't felt, even after almost a full day, any sort of reprieve from that.
Cool.
But you start to hear a shriek in the distance as it kind of passes your ears. And I want you to make a, I'd say, a nature check, please.
All of us hear this, Jay?
No, just Yana at first.
Just for the record, my passive investigation is 22.
Okay.
And passive perception is 16.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, sorry, and you want me to make a what roll?
Nature.
Ugh. I didn't take anything in nature. Nature. This won't be the death of me. 11.
Okay. Yeah, with an 11, you do know that as you delve deeper, there are denizens down here that step into other planes of existence, other depths of existence. And you've heard this before. And at that moment as well, Snow, being not far behind Yana, you hear kind of over the wind. And it starts to kind of wash over the party as you all hear this moan coming from the distance. And as you travel, I mean, starting to kind of look maybe for a place to camp and to settle down, it starts to pick up the deeper that you go. Through nearby passages, you hear and whispers in the distance and moans and distant shrieks every once in a while. Not quite finding anywhere to camp just as of yet. Finally, you come to a small chamber, and you can see that it's dimly lit even from a distance. And 30 feet in front of you, you see this yellow, dim, orange-like light that emanates. Yana, you know that it is lit by, because you came through this area, these fist-sized chunks of quartz that cast a yellowish glow. And you all see that the air in this cavern is kind of almost like a thick haze. And as you kind of approach it, you almost feel this effervescent sort of feeling over your skin, almost like it tingles your skin as you approach the air that is in this cavern, causing your skin to tingle slightly. You know that this area or this feeling is something that's called Fair's Rest, which is like it's a magical energy that the Drow use that pervades through the Underdark Its mysterious nature is unknown, but it is arcane in nature, and drow settlements often use it to camp in because it allows certain protections from certain things. And also certain innate dangers if mishandled. But you being from the dynasty don't necessarily know all of the ins and outs of the Underdark, as you've only spent a certain amount of time. And as you all kind of enter this small chamber, this yellow glowing light, again, is from these fist-sized quartz, and dozens of them that sit in this 40 by 40 foot round chamber. And then the tunnel continues out to the other side of this chamber. What do you do?
I will turn back to everybody, and I think we may be coming across some of my kin who are not, let's say, as civilized as those I come from. Not all Drow decided to come to the dynasty. Not all Drow exist there. There are those who still exist in the Underdark, and my simple kinship with them may not be enough. Just as a heads up.
How is this a surprise to you? I thought you knew where you were going.
As I said, it was quite some time. They were not here, at least they weren't making their camp here when I came through. This many years ago.
Camp?
That is what I think is ahead.
Do you think they'll be easier to speak to than that creature we saw in the water?
Well, they'll be. You can speak to them, and
Sorry, let me clarify. Sorry, the Phaerzis that exists is often used for that, but that doesn't mean that in this chamber that you're looking into now that they are there. You can see into this chamber, and there's nobody there.
Do I suspect that they're in there though?
No, you don't. You don't at this point. So you're at the mouth of the chamber, and you see that it's an empty chamber with a bunch of crystals, like dozens of crystals.
Do I suspect it was previously used by?
You know that this area, you've camped here on your way through, and your party and your people. So you often use this area of this arcane energy to rest in because you know the benefits that it brings to a resting area and to settlements. Sorry,
Scratch all of that.
Yeah, sorry.
This area would be good for us to stop. It is shielded a bit from those prying eyes, and we should be able to rest here with some level of comfort.
He's like we've been.
Oh, good, because I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rest.
All right. So you all start to set camp.
You know what I can do? I'm gonna cast Create Bonfire.
Okay.
Just in like a central part of where we are.
Okay. All right. And you
And
imagine
suddenly
that,
we're in danger.
yeah.
And,
There isn't a
and
lot.
I'm gonna turn.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna turn to everyone when Bolt says that, and I'll say, you know what I can do, and I just fall asleep right there on the ground.
Okay. I like it.
Now I nudge him awake. Hey, Plunk. Plunk. Do you think I could get my ring back now?
Yeah, sure. If you don't, are you sure you want it back? I mean, I'll protect it. I mean, no, you're right. I should give it to you. All right, here you go, and I'll pop it off and hand it over to her.
Okay.
Thanks for keeping it safe for me.
I really didn't. I kind of damaged it. It looked scratched a bit, but I was falling, and you know what happens. I'm gonna go to sleep now.
All right. And you all start to set up camp. Is there anything that you want to do before you kind of turn in for the evening in this yellowish chamber, hazy chamber?
Yana,
Established watch, I guess.
Okay.
I almost forgot, Yana. You had left this upstairs, and I hand her back the immovable rod.
Yeah, that was a good placement. I hope it helped.
Yes, very handy these things, aren't they?
Why don't you hang on to that for now?
Really?
Yeah, I'm not feeling my best, and it is better idea that maybe one of you holds on to that in case you need to use it in a dire moment. I will ask for it back, but for now, you hold on to it.
Thank you. I'll keep good care of it.
Okay. Anyone else?
So I'll ask, how is everyone feeling so far? We've been through a lot today.
Just tired.
I'm glad Bolt made the fire because I don't have a blanket anymore.
Well, yours is quite wet now, I believe.
How long does the bonfire last, Bolt?
It magically for 1 minute. So unless we feed it with stuff,
Okay.
then it goes out by its own.
Okay.
Feed me, Seymour.
Okay. Is there any attempt to keep the fire going?
Yeah, could we look around to see if there's anything that could...
So, yeah. I mean, give me a survival check.
17.
Yeah. With a 17, there's very little wood down here. Nothing really exists. There's some dead roots and some scraps, but not a lot that you could naturally find to keep a fire going. And so for that minute, you all kind of, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
I can
nice
re-up
while
it
it
for
lasted.
another 60
It's a
seconds.
good minute.
How about one more? No. I
want to. I don't know which order we're keeping watch in. I want to talk to Snow kind of off to the side, a little quieter, and say, could you keep an eye on me because I don't really trust Yana.
Yes, I was planning on taking first watch, myself and an echo, and then I'll enjoy an unbroken rest to follow.
Can I could
you
take
don't-
watch after you. Perhaps
Sure.
Gaziel and I could take watch. Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Well, as a team.
what was this you're saying about Yana? Why are you not... What's the problem? She saved us from the planking.
Yeah, did she?
Well,
I can't trust a traitor. I don't know if
I-
she's on our side or on the planking side or on her own side.
perhaps I am being too trusting, but why would she save us from the planking just to bring us somewhere else dangerous? I mean, I say
Well,
that
she
also
brings-
not understanding where we are.
I'm assuming you guys are trying to keep this quiet.
Yeah.
Can you guys give me a stealth check, please?
18.
Okay.
21.
What's your passive perception again? 16?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Okay, you don't hear it. Okay, sorry, go
Why,
continue.
why would she bring us all the way to the planking with Yonno just to save us? It's just what you've asked, but in the other order.
That is a good question, and a fair one. Should we ask her ourselves?
Not yet. Yonno doesn't trust her either. I think we need to keep her.
I feel like Yanil would tell us if there's danger. She has so far.
Yanil is currently in her shell, and you hear a low snore.
If she sensed danger from Yana, I'm sure she would have told us.
She just said that it's hard for her to read whether she's being honest or good or bad or evil. All I got was that she doesn't really trust her.
I restart the bonfire.
Yeah. That's good.
It's like, oh no, what production
You...
hell has just occurred now?
She may be leading us into a trap. That is true.
Well, I didn't think of that, but that's a great point. Anyways, you keep first watch, and then I'll make sure you're safe. After
Okay. Yanil is of the utmost importance. Obviously, she is of great value to many people. We should be wise around this.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. So I'll go and I'll start first watch with the echo.
And how long is each watch for you guys?
How many do we have in our party?
7?
Lots. 7.
8?
Okay.
Including Yanil?
Well, I need to rest for
not
about,
including, you know.
4 hours, so I can stay on watch with you, Snow, for the first little bit, and then I will rest through the second.
Sure. That sounds like a good plan, Yana.
Okay, so you're taking first watch, Snow? Yana's taking
with
second
Yana.
watch.
No.
No.
First watch. I'll be on first watch with Snow.
Oh, so you're watching together.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you both
Because I figured someone who can actually see might be good for
for watching?
watching.
Yeah, got it.
I've got really good perception though.
That's good.
Blind sight, I can see things you don't even know are there.
True. You're not
Okay.
wrong.
You choose between the two of you who will roll a d20. Maybe actually Snow, because you've been doing it. So
I'll just
give me
advantage, right?
roll a
I'll help
d20.
him.
Snow.
Okay, this is 22
Okay. 22.
for my perception.
No, not perception.
It's
just,
not
just
perception.
20.
Okay, it's a 16.
16. Okay. I'd like you to roll another 20, please.
10.
Okay. I'd also like to get you to give me both of you give me a perception check, please.
It's a 10 now.
That's a 17 for me.
Okay. With the 10, Snow, your mind starts to wander about your sister and perhaps her fate and what does she think of you now that the word has probably spread throughout the Revelry that you have left and run. And so even though you're on watch, your mind is preoccupied. Yana, with your dark vision at this point, the fire has gone out. There's a yellow haze in the room. It is quite cold in here, but you're used to that kind of temperature. And you continue to put water on that blanket, and you feel your skin start to tingle, and you start to hydrate the blanket again. And as you look over to one of the walls, there's like a crevice, maybe like 3 inches at its widest bit. And you see what appears to be tentacles. 1, 2, 3 that begin to kind of bring and pull itself out of this crevice. And as soon as it does, the tentacles, the color on the tentacles shift to look like the rock, almost like camouflaging itself as a rock. And that is where we're going to end the session for this evening.
Say what now?
Thank you guys
Metaphors.
for joining us tonight, everyone. We went over a little bit just because obviously we lost some time with the crash. We were going to do the draw right now would be awesome. So if we can get a winner for that, I think that I just heard a sound.
Master Burglar.
Master Burglar, you have won a Tasha's Cauldron of Everything digital copy for your D&D Beyond experience. Thank you so much for joining us. If you liked what you saw tonight, consider following us and subscribing and all of that awesome stuff to help us. It takes resources to do this. Stay tuned because tonight we will be releasing the version 1.1 of our guide to the Revelry. So those of you that are interested in joining our Discord as Revelry Pirates and play along and affect and interact with the live stream narrative, then consider subscribing at either of those tiers. When you do, you will be entered into the Discord. You'll get the guide, and you'll be able to enjoy all that the Revelry Discord allows you to do, which is fun. So, and it helps us to continue to do what we're doing. Tomorrow night, behind the screen, I will be unboxing the Legendary Edition of Curse of Strahd from Beetle and Grimm. I'll be doing on camera for the first half hour, and then we'll do Q&A for the second half hour, and then we have Players Table on Thursday with Joel Auge, and he'll be going over this session, I'm sure, in all of its glory, and it's fun. And then next week, episode 4 on Monday. I love you guys. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you to all our sponsors, of course, and you guys have a good one. Bye.